And we're here. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
So we're here again for season 2, episode 13. And hopefully it's going to be stable this time, and hopefully we're going to have a great time. Welcome to the Circus of the Broken Chain. This is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse series, where our characters play circus performers who are thrown into the crap of life and well, I won't give too many spoilers, but it's not good. Other than that, we have not everyone here today, but just a few bookkeeping stuff before we get into it all. Hideki Chibi did all the artwork, all the amazing artwork of the overlay and the characters, and we've had people changing spots. Let's change that back.
I'm sorry, the second we went live, my internet started to cut out. I was like, oh.
That's okay. All good. So Hideki Chibi did all the artwork and everything. Check her out at hidekichibi.com.au. At bestokecc.com.au. Lorian Ross over here did the intro music.
That I did.
And you can help donate to the channel. And $1 or 100 bits donation help out our players by giving them hero points, which are those stars above them. We max out at 5 per person, so we're not asking for a lot of money, just little bits to help out our players. That gives them a reroll, or they can save themselves from dying. Pretty much the more you give them, the more ludicrous they can be, because it gives them more chances to survive. And that's about it, apart from the fact that we're Roll20 ambassadors, and we are on Roll20 Con, Roll20 Ambassador Showcase this weekend. It's happening right now.
Ooh.
Go check out at roll20.com, roll20con.net, to get freebie stuff. They've got some of my favorite games released free right now. And it's just, lots of great stuff. And you can also see when we're on and come and join us for them. So that's going to be probably happening the day after this goes live on YouTube. So Sunday USA time, Sunday 23rd of October. Anyway, let's get into our introductions. Emi, because you're not paying attention.
I was looking up Roll20 Con.
Okay. As you should be.
Yes.
Hi,
I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi. And I am playing Leafy, the Lushy Druid. And I drew the runes for today. And yes, runes, because 2 came up. Because 2 came up. So first we've got North is, which is like constraint, necessity, pain, necessary evil sort of stuff.
Oh.
And then we've got Jojyre reversed, which is like things are slow, there's delayed growth. So an interesting combination that speaks not very good things for us. Just
fine.
Well,
I'm sure it's fine.
Things could be
It'll
slow
be okay.
because this is our second attempt at this show. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, that rings true.
Mm-hmm. MrLiveProducer.
Yep, it's fine. It's all going to be fine. We're going to be all fine. How are you? Anyway, I'm MrLiveProducer. I am playing Jake Blazing Fury, your fish-keeping shoonie, fire-twirling fighter who's also champion of Caden Kaladin. Actually, I think I almost called that right. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. It's been a while and have that RPG game, that itch that needs to be scratched. And apparently I have a tea emote and I'm very happy now because I have tea.
Yay!
I have tea!
Get your tea emote?
I am...
Right?
Yes, it's a good tea. Anyway, that's me.
Lorian Ross.
Hi, I'm Lorian. I'll be playing Azzy, the Kobold Sorcerer. It's been a long time since we've managed to have a proper game in this for Circus, so I'm really, really keen to get back into it. And looking forward to see how the story unfolds.
And Dell Document.
Hello, just Dell is all right. Hi everyone, I'm Dell and I will be playing Lieriel the Liberated, your Elven Aasimar escape artist and cleric of Calistria, who last session discovered the joys and wonders of delegation. So we'll see if that keeps up, but I don't know if she's really like you can't really delegate your revenge. You kind of gotta. That's deeply personal.
You gotta plan it out. And
in planning she is.
put time aside.
Okay, so Dell has learned the wonders of delegation.
Well,
Ba-da-ba.
Lieriel learned, like, you toss the smaller jobs to other people. Hunting down our murderers, not exactly the smaller job.
Yeah, you got to focus on what's important, and revenge is most important.
Thank you.
Okie dokie.
It's a very healthy way of thinking about it.
It's not. It really is not.
I mean, that's
Not with
just
that
because
attitude.
it's not what I advocate for, but it's just my observations.
Yes.
Okay. So, I won't go through the full recap of what's been happening, but our party
Please
has...
do, because I need it.
It's okay.
Did it last
Lieriel
week.
will.
Then we crashed. But, okay, so quicker recap. Not the full one, not the shortened one, but a quicker. In between. Our party has realized that they have been... how can I put it? Someone has infiltrated their group, infiltrated the circus to gather information. It seems linked to the tower and to the events back at Abberton. And it seems like the person, or whatever the person is, like the person believes that the circus of the Broken Chain is following them and following their deeds, rather than just happening to be here on their own course of adventures. The most hated performer in the circus, Moldane, didn't leave the circus, but rather was actually, imprisoned and impersonated, and their person was taken away so that the impersonator can take on another persona.
Persona, role, face, personality.
Yeah. That of one of the fire trolling or fire juggling sisters. And recently they found this out when you're lured into a trap. A trap you survived, but a very nasty one at that. Where you face pretty much everything in the last book which you didn't face, all at the same time. Which you normally wouldn't be possible, but you're up a few levels. And it was a nice little challenging fight, I thought. But either way, back in campsite, you've rescued Mordain, and I think Ash, was it Flame? One of the two.
It was Ash. I remember because I was like, oh, we're going to be mad at both of Will's characters.
That's right. You rescued Ash and rescued Mordain. You're back in camp. It's still, I believe, early day or midday, because you were heading out that day. Early in the morning.
We finished that day.
Oh, okay.
Narratively,
you can take control and finish the day.
Well, so we got lured into the trap, and then we took the rest of the day to send people out to do like the taxes and stuff, and then we found Mordain and Ash, and that took, I think, the rest of the day, and we closed the day out last session. So I think we're starting in the morning.
I'm good with that.
Or at least that's what my notes say.
I'm good with that. It's been a long time since that was the case.
Yeah, I know it's been a little while. So
morning campfire.
Yeah. Lieriel would kind of try and gather the crew of people that has proven themselves capable and trustworthy thus far.
Oh, great. So do we, the leadership team.
And knows the most about what's going on. And she would suggest, maybe we should go get some fresh water for camp. together?
Yeah, sure. Usually it's what I do, but if you want to come with, then by all means, yeah.
Yeah, I think, it doesn't hurt to go as a group. Uh, and
Can I roll a sense motive? 'Cause
I don't know. Can
I
I
can I
put
Do
you
it.
over a map?
Can I roll something to see how oblivious Leafy is?
You can just
that would be sense motive.
Roll for oblivious.
or rather, I mean, I think it's perception because there's no sense motive stuff.
Well,
either.
yeah, sense
Oh.
motive is perception.
My perception is really good, so I probably know what's going on.
in PvP roles, you can just decide what you
Yeah.
want generally.
I know,
mean,
but it's funny.
I'll let Lieriel say what the effect of that is.
okay, gosh. Okay, let me just double check really quickly. My
Are we
passive.
Are we picking up what you're
Passive
putting
deception?
down?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm checking my passive deception. Sorry, Roll20 is being a little slow to load. Yeah, I mean, you think Lieriel is, I mean, she's saying it very strangely, but she just wants to go get water as a group. Her deception's
Okay.
high. But she kind of gestures Jake along. Jake knows her pretty well, though. he's known her for much longer than the two of them, so up to you if
It's gonna be one of those.
MLP.
It's gonna be one of those days, is it? And he just stands there sipping his tea.
Was yesterday not?
I'd like to go at least one day without being killed, maimed, destroyed.
In the end, that's my goal too.
Yep. So let's all go and get a refreshing glass of water.
I'm bringing Blueberry to help carry the water.
And I mean, Lieriel does actually start heading in the direction of that sort of freshwater.
No, I can just
tiny
create
little
what.
pond lake.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a small amount of water, though. We can get more. And as they sort of get further away from camp and a little closer. So I was thinking that we might want to get our stories straight a bit about a few things. And I was looking over sort of some of the stuff that I found in the Aeon Tower and back at the Hermitage. And I mean, frankly, I was looking at some of the stuff I found since Myron died. And I think that it might be worth it to share a bit of that information. But first, the individual in the tree, I think it would be best if we said that maybe they weren't so delighted to be as a part of the menagerie, or to be a part of the menagerie as it might have seemed. And yesterday morning, we helped her on the first ship out of Escadar. If anyone asks.
Okay. Do we just say we don't know what ship? If they ask about like captains or anything like that, what do we say?
You don't remember. You didn't pay that much attention. You just offered her some gold to buy her way. Well, Jake, you offered her some gold to buy her way.
Of course, and
You
they just
know,
walked
we-
to dock, and they found a ship that was going some direction. I don't know what ship. I think they were more looking at the crew than the destination, so we don't know.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think it might be best to say that Jojyre went back to the main island to help out family a little bit. I don't want to worry the rest of the circus, frankly, and I mean, we know he has a sister, we know he has nephews, nieces, one of those. Both, some of those.
Okay.
That makes sense. Jojyre and we could always say no, we shouldn't say that. That's compounded onto the truth.
Yeah, just keep it simple. He got word that, you know, his sister needed help with something and it was urgent, and it'll be all right.
Okay.
Are you okay with that, Leafy?
Yeah. It makes sense.
Wonderful. Yeah, it seems simpler that way, honestly. And then the last thing that I guess we have to talk about is everything that happened yesterday. I mean, I thought that the menagerie was going to be our biggest problem, and honestly, yesterday I was ready to treat them as such, because we can't just sit around waiting for them to come attack us. But frankly, the same is true of whoever's been infiltrating our camp. And I was looking
How do you
back
know? Do we not think that whoever's been infiltrating our camp is from the menagerie?
You know, Azzy, normally I would think that, but I actually think that they are related to what happened at the Aeon Tower, or what was going on there. You remember the notes that we found in Ashton Flame's caravan and in Mordane's? They're
Yes.
eerily similar in tone to some of the notes that I picked up in the Aeon Tower as we were kind of excavating that space. In handwriting and just in tone, they're very much reporting to someone. I'm fairly certain that they think that we followed them here. And of course we didn't, but they don't know that. And if they feel threatened, they're going to keep attacking us.
If they think we followed them here, what are they doing here?
Something related to Moonstone Hall.
There's that name again.
It was well, because it was in the notes at the Aeon Tower, it was this old church to Eridan, the god that made the Aeon Towers, but I don't know. The notes mentioned it being under Escadar, which, I mean, frankly, not Escadar isn't really known for what's under it. It's more, you know, built 10 stories into the sky, but there might be some more information on it at the monastery. Remember that kind of giant white marble building when we first came here?
Yeah.
Was that the one outside the performance place, or was that a bit further down?
No, that was when we take that first curved road. It's
that's
giant
right, yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll point it out on the map here, and I will add a little thing. But you can tell there's St Sarnax Street, and then there's the monastery at St Sarnax. So I would like to look into that, see if we can't cut the snake off at the head. And probably shouldn't say that around Eliza.
No. Although, can we get the people who infiltrated our circus infiltrate Dustlight Circus and kill two birds with one stone?
So actually, honestly, I was thinking about maybe trying to see if Mordaine would do that, because honestly, what's the worst case scenario? She goes and tells Dusklight what we've been doing, or is that really any worse than her staying here?
Excuse me.
And in
no.
Best case scenario, she actually might tell us a little bit about what's going on with Dusklight. So great minds think alike, Jake.
First time he's been called a great mind in a while. He takes a sip of his tea, being all smug.
But honestly, I mean, in terms of priorities yesterday, the menagerie was pretty high, but the menagerie hasn't straight up tried to kill us on the road.
No, they've just tried to
Recently.
destroy it before. Recently, being 2 days ago.
The last time the menagerie really tried it was when we were in Aberton.
Yeah, good point. And I'm still annoyed that we missed out on the leopard. I wanted a lion vest, just to really rub it in Danica.
I'm sure that we can find you one. It might be ridiculously expensive, but I do know a tailor in the city.
I'll go with the hide of Mistress Dustlight.
Might be a bit dark, darling.
I really hope that's a joke.
Yes, it's a joke.
Okay, good.
I won't go anywhere near that pelt. Who knows what's been on it?
So, are you all alright with maybe checking out what's going on and seeing if we can figure out a bit more about Moonstone Hall?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
If what they were doing in Aberton is anything like what they might do here.
I mean, honestly, I was looking back and I hate it when people are right, but I think this essentially. So the woman who killed Myron was from the Hermitage, right?
Yes.
The Hermitage.
Oh, yes.
That looked over the Aeon Tower. Because they looked over the Aeon Tower, I'm assuming that's why they were targeted for this kind of corruption that, sent her off to go kill Myron. So, essentially when we pulled on that thread and got to the Hermitage and then pulled on that thread and got to the Aeon Tower, that's kind of how we ended up here. And hopefully pulling on more threads helps us just end it all.
I have to say this, I thought we were circus performers. And yet now we're going on adventures.
Yes, well, we're circus performers that people are trying to kill.
And we're circus performers with a lot of power.
And I didn't think we're that bad of a circus.
I don't know what they're up to, honestly. I'm still not entirely sure, even with the notes, what they were doing at the Aeon Tower. I mean, they're creepy and disgusting and horrible. And I don't know what they want here. But if we can assure them that we are not standing in the way of whatever they want, whether it's this imposter person or whoever their boss is that they're reporting to, then we can live our lives in peace.
Are we not standing in their way?
I mean, I think that we're just trying to put on a good show. I don't know. I didn't set out to save the world, honestly. It's not really.
Yes, but we are part of the world, so we live in it, so we should try to save it.
It's been a little bit disgusting how they're trying to clean up Escadar, honestly, Jake.
No.
Things work out better for me when there's a little bit of chaos going on.
Yes. That being said, keep a question. Knowing what we know about what happened at the Aeon Tower that was sucking the life force, that was helping sustain the area, knowing what me, Jake, and Lieriel know about Escadar, can we see if it's gotten better or worse, nature-wise?
How gentrified... Oh, God, I've gone purple again. How gentrified is Escadar?
Not gentrified, but can we tell to see if the
Well, I don't think it's the nature. Like when Lieriel says that they're cleaning up Escadar, she's referring to socially.
Oh, yeah,
the
I
fact
know.
that like they're all like crime is bad now. She's like, what? Come on.
I'm thinking more about knowing what we knew happened in Escadar in Aberton. Can we start seeing the same kind of things happening in Escadar?
I have no idea what you're asking.
I think
Never mind.
MLP, I think the decline of nature was very gradual.
Yeah.
And so my guess is that it getting better as anything growing really would also be gradual. It's not like things change.
That would be a better way of thinking.
Yeah.
It would be the druid most likely be able to feel that.
I think we'd be able to tell if we knew more about Moonstone Hall.
Wonderful. And you know, there are other things around too, so we can have a bit of fun. Just keep an eye out for the menagerie as always. Keep an eye out for Danica and whatever monster she's toting around.
Hmm.
Oh well.
And we'll have our fingers crossed that no one else gets, I don't know, taken over, replaced. I've been trying to figure out how we would be able to tell, but I'm still a little bit
Okay, we need to
uncertain about that.
We need to all figure out a random phrase, completely random, that if questioned we could say, which no one, it's like there's no logic behind the phrase. So
how about, Azzy, I would just ask you a little bit about the time that we first met and how that went.
No, that's too, you know, people could like research that. People could like have spied on us. It needs to be arbitrary and illogical.
What if
so
they're
that
spying
no
on
one
us
could possibly guess.
now?
Pine cone?
Pine cone, good. The first one, pine cone.
Purple
Pine
monkey
cone.
dishwasher.
There. What's a dishwasher?
It's a
It's
job
the
in the
person
inn.
that washes dishes.
Purple-
Yeah.
How about purple monkey pine cone? Okay, so if at all, we need to have some sort of method of. I'm being deadly serious, you guys, because
I know.
I'm, you know, if
It's
so,
just
if someone.
the randomness of the phrase, dear. That's the only reason I'm
That's
laughing.
the point. That's the point. That's the
I
point.
know.
Who would guess? Who would guess that our safety word would be purple monkey pine cone? So we know that if we use that phrase, when questioned, it's got to be one of us.
All right.
Can I make a perception check to make sure no one's spying in on this conversation?
It's only now afterwards you're like,
Yes, absolutely.
do a perception check.
Purple monkey pine.
31. Natural 20. Let's go.
I love Azzy so much.
Bush's move. There's something here.
Sudden bolt.
No.
No, I know.
It's
That's
going.
a joke.
I know
That-
it's
that-
going to be
Let's go
flipping.
back
was
to
a
the
joke.
map, shall we?
It's
that
going
was a
to
joke.
be.
No.
What's her name?
Just be like, who goes there?
It's gonna be May.
May.
It's gonna be a rabbit. It's just a dead rabbit. Leafy starts
I'm going
crying.
to try and narrow in on that movement and try and spy what it is. We're not alone.
Azzy, we are literally right by the cave. Of course, we're not alone.
Fish guts. We're gonna have to find a new phrase.
We can do it when we go in town.
Okay.
Honestly, sometimes the best cover is having a lot of people around.
So back to the plan of don't split up.
Back to the plan, don't split up.
Just want to point out, there's 3 creatures in the surrounding area which can go invisible.
Yeah, I mean, Lieriel's saying it's Calcac,
Yeah.
but Lieriel is also like, it's probably, it could be the imposter. Lieriel was just gonna stick with her original plan of questioning about specific details anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. These are good plans to make before someone's trying to kill you. After they're trying to kill you, you just get paranoid.
Sorry, I'm going to keep just doing that to reset the camera every once in a while because I can't think of anything else to do.
So, you head to town. Is what I heard from all that.
Yes.
Now, the important question is, do we see anything on the road to the town? There's no...
Yes. Those things have been
Trees.
cleaned up, correct? No trees.
No, there are a lot of trees in the murder forest.
Oh.
I
There's
swear
one
we
tree
really-
with a body. Well, there are 2 trees with half a body in it. Each.
Are we going to get, like...
Well, one's got the body, the other's got the skin.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of trees. You know where the, I wouldn't say massacre, but the fight the previous day was. It's been mostly cleaned up. I mean, there was trash, like there was dinosaurs. That's not an easy thing to hide, but it's been mostly cleaned up.
The Zolgas,
The what?
the smelly boys.
Bugaloths.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's those
You're
fellas.
pretty sure that's what you
Those
just
things.
said. Okay, sure.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not how it's pronounced based on how it's spelled, but
Bugaloth?
it's Xulgath. That's Zolgath.
Troglodyte. Either way.
Yeah, those guys. Smelly boys. I'll just call them smelly boys.
Not there. Looks.
Okay.
You don't know what the Teamsters have done with them, but hey, that was the aim. So we moved them to get rid of the area.
Yep, that was they just needed to be out for Calcac.
You head into town. Where are you headed?
The monastery?
Yeah.
Do we
we're
need to
gonna-
go to the police station to do anything?
I'm assuming all that
sent-
was dealt with by.
Yeah, we sent
Underlings.
people to do that. The only
Yeah, we delegated that.
the only thing that honestly I think that might help with is figuring out what the fuck that man in purple wants, which is also on my list, but not necessarily quite as important right now.
So
Just
was
more
your list
if
was
we
moved
stumble
down
across
as
it.
the
You mean-
Oh, gee.
Me?
And now it goes to normal colors when you don't want to do it. I
know,
love
I figured
it.
out how to do it. I think if I just remove like skin turn and then wait, if I go like this,
Your camera lacks
Hang it
object
back.
permanence.
there we go. Let's do that. I figured out the secret.
Yeah, so 2 days ago, my list consisted of the menagerie. Yesterday, it consisted of the menagerie and then Jojyre. Today, it consists of this imposter, then the menagerie, then Jojyre. Apparently, that man is very lucky.
Wasn't there something that the person you sent to Dalek would said to town they didn't do?
They didn't report the tickets and that, but then we sent someone else later to do it. The fraudulent tickets, that was what was missed. They just paid the tax because the man in purple was there and they didn't want to cause any problems, which is good.
So, in town. There's 2 possible things. Like, for those that have been in town before, if someone you're from here, someone you've really spent some time here, there's 2 options, really, realistically speaking. There is the temple, the Monastery of St Sarnax, one of the oldest buildings in town, so they might have something on, some information. Or there's the historical records in the Magistrum.
The monastery St Sarnax was a worshipper of Eridan, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm hoping that they'll have some things, and if nothing else, it probably won't be as long of a wait if they do have information. Goodness knows that bureaucracy moves very slowly here. Something tells me that money isn't going to liquidate palms quite like it used to.
Okay. A quick inky. We got the 1+1 strike in mall, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, who's currently got that? Because I'm looking at the treasury and it says must assign.
If you need it, have it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
cool.
that we were
Someone-
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that
Okay.
you can grab it for now.
I'll grab it for now, but to move the +1 striking, I gotta get someone else to do that because that's a rune, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that takes time
Okay.
as well. Time and money to move a rune.
Okay.
That's 2 different runes too.
Well,
That's a
he already has
+1
a +1.
and a
Or no,
striking.
Jojyre had the +1.
No, this striking mall has 2 runes, +1
Yeah.
and striking.
Well,
That's
the
okay.
the plus the that is a singular rune. It is like +1 and striking aren't separate runes. You can't
Yeah.
have just a striking weapon.
Yeah.
It has to be it like gets upgraded.
It'll
No,
be a
I-
+1 striking, +2 striking, +3 striking.
Okay.
Like you
Because I
can
thought
get a
striking was
move forward.
different.
no.
Okay.
We'll talk about
anyway.
it later.
Yeah.
I'll
Less
reference
important
the rules
than the story. Let's move
but
forward.
yeah. I'll put that it's with Jake then.
Mhm.
Okay, anyway. So we got either the temple or the records area.
Monastery. But yeah, so
Realistically speaking.
I was
Yes.
thinking the monastery personally.
Well, yep. Sounds good to me.
So,
And if it doesn't work, then we can decide that we're going to wait 4 hours for basic information.
it's actually D4+1, but either way. Well, actually, no, that's what Conclave Square has been. It's a D4+1 for Conclave Square. So you arrive at the Monastery of St Sarnax. An old white marble temple building. It kind of stands out in the city because this is a city that's been built upon and built upon and built upon. It doesn't usually have old buildings. This is the oldest building still surviving in town. It is quite grand, and it is also it is just really, really out of place in this city, or in this small city of Escadar. Even the Conclave Square is just a jumble of buildings put together. This is a standalone temple, which, yeah. So, you arrive there outside. The 2 large double doors are closed up on the top of the front steps. The 2 large double doors are closed.
Lieriel's just going to tuck her holy symbol inside her bag. And I mean, just walk up to the doors.
I'll be right behind.
I mean, I'm just going to try and open them. I'm assuming temples are open to the public. That's how that works. I don't know.
The doors don't open.
Yeah, they don't. Okay, then I'm just gonna. Are the doors themselves marble or the
No,
doors are wood?
the doors
Okay,
are
yeah, I
wood.
was like, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna knock on it.
Okay, you do a feeble knock on the doors. Nothing happens.
Is there anyone around?
People walk past on busy streets. It's an intersection of 2 busy streets.
I will give a slightly louder knock.
Slightly louder. Thick doors.
Yeah. Do I?
Don't know how much that sound's getting through.
There a door knocker?
I shouldn't break in.
Looking around, you do see off to the side what looks to be something that might be related to a door knock. Like a piece of brass, which you could probably use to knock
I'll go up to it.
Well, there is a sound that comes from it, and it is louder than knocking on the thick doors. Still waiting.
There-
While we're
I
waiting, I need to
glance.
go. I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back.
If I
As he goes off
glance,
to the bushes
yeah, if I
or to the
glance
docks.
back at the people that are sort of around this intersection, are any of them looking at us?
They're not really paying you any heed. They're just it's
Okay,
a busy
good.
intersection.
Is there a window?
I mean, not at eye level, but like there will be some bit higher up.
You know, maybe there might be a back door. This seems like, the big entrance, but there might be something that's closer to someone. What time of day is it?
Up to you.
Okay, so I'm
I would
L-
say
Lieriel
probably
thinks that
early
it's-
morning, about 10 a.m.
yeah,
It was a bit of a
Lieriel's
walk.
like maybe they don't open until Lieriel doesn't know how proper temples work. She worships a goddess who mainly has churches and brothels. She's just like, those don't open until really late.
Is there a sign on the door saying the opening hours?
No, there's a sign. There's a plaque of, there's a plaque saying the temple of the Monastery of St Sarnax, and it's got like historical records, like essentially a historical building, blah blah blah, like oldest building still surviving. It just goes on a waffle. Looks like some council member, like from like an historical society of like over like years ago, backed it in and made a plaque. But otherwise, that's about it.
Oh God, he was a dick. Just like looking at the name of like the council member, like petitioned by so and so, like just like God, he was awful.
Here, the Escadar city currency crashed.
Oh,
I heard he got a 9% approval rating.
to be fair, that's pretty good for us, Kadar.
Hmm.
You hear something on the other side of the door.
We just gossiped enough that someone's finally come to open the door.
The door starts opening.
Oh.
Yes, you did. It takes a while for someone to open the door. The door opens like slowly. You can see not what you expected. An old man. When I say old man, he's probably in his 60s to 70s. He's wearing a breastplate, which looks dinted and broken. He's got a helmet on, which looks like he's just put it on, without any straps. It's just sitting there, and it's a little bit old. His beard is quite long, and he looks quite frail. Otherwise, he looks like he's in almost pajamas underneath. And he says, "Yes."
Hi, so sorry to bother you this early in the morning, but I had a few questions about some historical stuff related to, the monastery and things like that, and you wouldn't possibly have some time to answer them, would you?
Time is all we have these days. Time and our strength of character.
And
Well,
you
I
look
mean,
very strong.
I have a lot of time, and just sort of flicks their ear. And Jake here, my friend, has great strength of
What's
character.
wrong with your ears?
I'm an elf.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do I have to speak slower or louder?
Oh
Neither.
no. Oh
Okay.
no, he's a bigot.
No, just old.
Do you mind if we come in? I would love to see the inside of this beautiful building.
Where is my manners?
I don't know, where is your manners?
And there's just a pause. And still a pause. He's not quite all there, but either way. My name is Sir Oleg Rendir.
Do I recognize that name at all?
Probably not. Unless you've come back here recently, or
So, Oleg?
yes, that is my name.
I imagine that if this was the type of place that like 90 years ago people would have like gone on to for like school field trips or whatever, like that would be the last time Lieriel would have possibly been here.
And he would have been there then too.
I thought he was like 67.
Either way, he's in his
Yeah,
he's
he's
eight.
old.
He's old.
Yeah.
Yes, Oleg. And you are?
Lieriel?
Jake.
Azzy.
Leafy.
And you are wishing to serve the cause and volunteer to become knights.
We're looking to learn a bit about history.
You hear a
I'm
chuckle from behind the door. They're never going to fall for that one, Rendir. You're not going to get volunteers by tricking them. Let them in. They just want to ask questions. No one wants to volunteer anymore.
And if I kind of like try and glance inside, do I see who's speaking?
As you kind of glance behind, you see two other men there. Again, about the same age, or maybe even older. Not like, again, in maybe like almost an old breastplate, and they look like if they had more time, if they had more energy, if they were younger, maybe they were once soldiers. But
She just smiles and waves.
come on in, then. They bring them in, give them some tea and coffee. We don't get many visitors in here. If you want the door opened any further, we don't have the strength.
I've got
we
it.
want.
And she'll just push the door.
It's a heavy oaken door, but
Yeah.
who's the last one through?
I'll say Leafy.
Can
Probably
you close the
blueberry.
door behind you, please, little plant?
Oh, okay.
We don't want a
Did-
draft coming through.
They let Blueberry in.
Are you bringing Blueberry in? Then Blueberry comes in.
Okay. Leafy looks for like a handle to pull.
Like it's a big iron door. Or a big oaken door.
Let me help with that.
You can see why it's only slowly opened before.
Mhm.
I like to think Azzy's feet are just sort of like scraping.
Yeah,
like he's trying to
both
push
of
forward. It's
those.
just kind of like slipping backwards on the floor, like leaving
What's-
small scratches with his claws.
What's Azzy's strength?
10.
Same with Leafy.
Lieriel just looks over to Jake and grins.
All right.
This is not gonna work.
It's possible, it's just slow.
Yeah.
Jake
they
just
can
starts
open it, you
helping
can
to
close
push.
it.
Jake helps with his 18 of strength.
Does it go inwards or outwards?
Ah, see where the problem is. It had pull, not push.
Or-
Yeah.
The door, you can close the door. There's no big problem. It's an old, heavy door. And as you turn back around, you see one of the knights patting Blueberry. Isn't he a good doggy?
Ooh.
What is this, Elden Ring?
No, it's the monastery.
And
No, you're wrong. This is the eldest ring.
Oh, this is Plaus and Reyes.
Jake.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leafy.
Azzy.
Lieriel.
Oh, and
And
that's
our dog is Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yes, well, this is all we have left of the monastery. Are you sure you don't want to volunteer?
We're certain of what we came here for.
I have never been more sure of anything.
We have tea and cookies. Come. And they usher you through the grand old building, an immensely grand building.
I might be a little
Oh,
paranoid, but like, are these guys actually old, or are they like trying to lure us into a false sense of security? Can I make a sense motive?
Are they honey trap old men?
Because Lieriel is definitely like, they asked us to close the door, so I am looking around waiting for something to like. Too many people have tried to murder us recently, and this is related to Moonstone Hall, so.
Roll sense motive.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
I think it clicked.
No.
It might not have. 30.
Think it's legit.
Okay.
They certainly smell like old men. That's something you can't usually fake.
And you can see pieces of cookie in their beards.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you lead you through this opulent open hall, like from the entranceway, through like couple of small side doors, into a small kitchen where there is indeed like hot water, and you see some cookie jars, and a table. It only seats 3.
That's all right. They need to sit a little bit more than we do, I'm sure.
Jake reaches into his bag he carries with him and takes out some of his good tea.
Oh, no. We've only got the oldest of teas. It's a ceremonial tea. It's very important.
What's the ceremony, if I might ask? Yeah.
He goes to speak, then starts conferring with the other two. We forgot. But it's important. I'm sure it's very important. And then they start like going through the cupboards, and there's teas, there's coffee. Like, this is an old person's home, essentially, for these people. You see, really simple foods. And they make some tea, and they sit down, not actually offering you seats, but they hand you the tea and they sit down. So, you're looking for knowledge, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We heard that there used to be a temple to Eridan in the city, and I swore that I heard at one point that was the god that St. Sarnax worshipped, and I'm just so curious about all of that, I suppose.
Yes, we do have. Yes, I remember the. What was that? It was a hall or something.
Like lunar rock.
Yes, lunar rock hall.
Something, yeah.
Yes. Orthodar was the founder of that one.
Orthodar. I don't think I ever heard that name.
Well, you wouldn't. You're a bit young for that. Well, you are, aren't you?
When, I mean, I guess that depends. How long ago did Orthidar, I guess, put that temple up?
Well, it's been a while. I mean,
Yeah.
he was one of the founding members, but the temple got buried long ago.
Yeah.
When the creator died, which the immortal one died. Still can't
Yeah,
get over that.
It was about a century or so, wasn't it?
About that, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We can go through the records if that helps. But we do have a library of records.
If you point us the way, we can have a look for you and bring you anything that might be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. We need to supervise. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yes.
And can be sometimes used as a weapon against people.
And so is a good all-sort biscuit.
Only if it's sharpened, says Plios.
So you've had ice macaroons before, have you? Monte Carlos, that was it. Ice Monte Carlos.
I don't know about ice or Monte Carlo.
So I have lost track of this conversation entirely.
Good.
What?
I think.
Knowledge. We're looking for. Should we just get started?
Yes. Directly after tea.
Ah, boy.
And they do not let you out until you've all slowly drinking and had conversation. They do ask about who you are and what you do and any adventures you have been on.
Do they offer Leafy tea?
Yes.
Is Leafy a cannibal?
I can't drink it.
We eat meat. Plants can eat plants.
Nothing better than
How come you not drink? You can't drink it? This a physiology thing.
Yeah, I can only really have water.
It's got water in it. Does that help?
It is
like flavored water.
It's like
It's the flavoring that's the problem, right, Leafy?
yeah. I need fresh water.
Plios, can you go get fresh water, please, for Leafy? It was Leafy, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes.
He said, "Okay, I'll be back soon," and he goes to the counter and picks up a bucket and starts slowly walking out the room.
Just give a little nudge to Azzy.
yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I'm all right.
Just looks back at the person going to.
Oh, right. I'll just. I'll conjure up some.
You get the impression he's going into town
Oh no.
to get the water.
Sorry. I'm just. Yeah, and I will conjure up some water.
The two, like, where you're conjuring it and how you're conjuring it.
I am drawing in and concentrating moisture from the air and just bringing it into an empty cup. That's just an empty teacup. So it just kind of like forms out of the air.
Maybe put it in the bucket. Put it
then...
in the bucket.
Players, you must have forgotten. It's already. Did you do this already today? You must have had forethought and already knew that they were coming, and you prepared it earlier. Fantastic. You hear he comes back to the room, like again slowly with his bucket. He's like, "Are you sure it was me? Maybe it was Rios.
I just looked down at Azzy and mouth, thank you.
Again.
Because I have a feeling they would have sat there until Leafy drank her tea that she couldn't drink.
Or until he came back with water.
Yeah.
These old men are precious and I love them.
You're welcome.
Everyone is precious and you love them.
They remind me of my grandfather.
That's not true.
I think Jasper was the one you didn't like. Previous episodes. But either way, they after everyone's finished with their tea and cookies, it takes about an hour. And again, they're asking for any stories of adventures or from the outside world.
So do we tell them a sanitized version of what's been going on?
Lieriel would look to the others to determine what they wanted to say.
Oh, in that case, then Jake will be regaling them with stories of epic feats of circusry and Abberton, and just a Cliff Notes version of what's been going on, just to keep them amused and interested, but not saying anything that's been going on. Just more like, oh yeah, we're circus performers. We do this, we do that, and starts verbally telling them what goes on in the circus and trying to buck up their spirits a little.
Rhea says, "Oh, did you go to the brothel in Abberton? Oh, that was always a big plus back in the day.
Sorry,
The
did we
what?
go to the where?
The brothel.
What was it called?
Oh, I can't remember what that was. Oh, but
I
it was right there on the main street. You didn't.
I think
Really?
we
The
must
main
have
street?
missed it.
Oh man, that used to be the place to go. And I had a few lasses down there back in the day. Like,
Was that
these
before
two,
or after?
I know that was before.
In Abberton.
Yeah, in Abberton.
Uh,
That was before that was before my life of pious. And
Was that the Mad Mug?
No,
that was
what's
a
the Mad
bit
Mug?
far.
Mm.
You know, was Abberton a pretty busy city then?
Township.
Township?
It was on the way through to places.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lots of people stopped in there.
it was big enough.
Big enough. Okay.
A lot of agriculture
Mhm.
around. So I think that's where everything came from all the agriculture. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Some of the agriculture wasn't really there when we were there. It's like feel like some of the farmland needed to be tilled a bit more.
Oh, that's not we're not farmers. We don't know much about farming. Soldiery, that's our thing. Soldiery. But either way,
Yes. And record
Library.
keeping.
library. Yes, library. Onwards. Plaus, you lead the way. And Plaus
Please.
slowly stands up. You can hear the bones moving, and he slowly exits. Very, very slowly. Takes you through
So
the
do-
monastery again. Grand opulence. Have no idea how they keep it cleaned.
Prestidigitation spells.
It's almost a sense of calming in here, compared to how dark and sometimes violent the city can be. There's just like a sense of like peace.
Is it really quiet compared to outside?
Very, very quiet. And you are taken through, again, very slowly, through this opulent building, down some stairs, which are even slower to traverse, into essentially a hall of records underneath the monastery. It says, these are our records. They date back a little bit. They're not all the way down, but you should find what you've got here. I'll try to help where I can. And starts walking through the records himself and starts doing some searching. If anyone wants to do a roll to help in that
Yep.
search.
What would you like us to roll?
Lieriel is searching as well.
Yep.
Having a good look.
So before you roll, these are religion, society, are kind of what you're looking for.
I'm going to look through the section in Draconic, because that's all I can read.
Okay.
There's a Draconic section.
I don't think there will be one.
I can
Fish
roll
hands.
religion.
I will roll religion as well.
I will roll society.
As he also starts pulling
Mm-hmm.
players starts pulling books out and putting it on an old table.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Could I look see if they have old maps?
Clever.
Are you trying to do a different role here? Is that what?
I don't know. Can I look at old maps?
I don't think there's going to be old maps unless
Oh.
are you trying to do like a survival or something like a map reading because you've got
I don't know.
that as a skill? Then if
Or is
I
that
don't know.
just
It was just-
specifically like the kind of thing you're looking for? So if you
Yeah.
roll well, you want a map.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to look, seeing as I can't really help with the
It's
investigation, I'm
probably
going to
more
look
society.
Mm. Okay.
seeing as I can't
was-
be much help in this
It was
investigation,
bad tea.
I'm going to look for I'm going to try and look for evidence of a brothel in Abberton.
I love Azzy. He's perfect.
Please be a natural 20. Please be a natural 20.
How?
Do it.
A
Do it.
little black book tucked
Investigation.
away.
Well, I think that'd be more society, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Society. It's
Yeah.
shit anyway.
Oh.
11.
Okay. So
You're just looking for the old man's journals.
Oh, why is Azzy so interested in
so
brothels?
who was coming? It was Players.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it brings out a few books and starts going through them, and also pushes them to others to start going through it for the research. Let's see. Yeah. So both Leafy and Lieriel in your searches find references to the sunken monastery or the sunken hall, and both instances reference it to Leafy's reference to the woodworkers district, or where now the woodworkers district is, so to speak. It wasn't previously, but Lieriel's reference is that the last surviving entrance is at the Mermaid's Falcon or Mermaid's Fountain. But it was buried about 100 years ago.
Okay. Does Leafy share this information with Lieriel?
Yeah.
Okay. And Lieriel will just kind of point at that. Sorry, I'm like trying to right. Okay. Is the guy watching us?
He's helping, he's watching, he's reading too.
He's okay, so I'm gonna pick a moment when he's reading too, and I'm gonna slip the book into my bag holding that I have.
That'll be a deception.
Wouldn't
Or
it be thievery?
Thievery, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna glance over and try and pick a moment when he's reading, and I'm gonna steal the book.
Yeah, you don't think his eyes are really good anyway.
Stealing candy from a baby.
Is that an 8 or a 4? Okay, that's
I
an
think it's
18.
an 18. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an 18. No, I rolled a 4 and got a 33. I'm not that good.
Wow. What?
And you can actually
No,
see it
I
on the
rolled
overlay
an
right there.
18
Oh.
and got a 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I'm sorry, but like I've stolen a journal from everywhere we've gone.
From every religious place you've stolen the journal, why should this place be different?
I took Nemia's notes. I took notes from the Hermitage. I took notes from the Aeon Tower. This is just.
Did you take the book from the bank?
Well, we gave those back.
But you still
After
took
reading
them.
it and making a
But
copy.
but Jojyre and
Altering the
Lieriel
copy.
altered some stuff.
And gave the copy
Yes.
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they were
So
bank
it's
records.
It was perfectly on brand for L'Oreal.
Yeah. So,
As they said, knowledge is power. I don't know how Karsh knew that I had that written all over my notes for the start of the session today.
after only about half an hour searching through the records, and you kind of knew where the things were and got all the books out for you. No, you don't find any details of Abberton. Because, sorry, Azzy, because he pulled out the books that was probably related to.
And it's all not in Draconic.
And
I
yeah.
guess we'll never know the truth.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you this, is that he probably could have been talking about something like 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. So, yeah. Either way. You've got a location, at least.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Lieriel might spend a little bit more time just kind of looking around, like pretending like she's interested in other things. And she is somewhat interested in the history of Moonstone Hall and how it came to be and all of that and everything that happened. Are we able to find any more details about how it got buried or like what exactly happened when to it, like when Eridan?
You rolled religion before.
I rolled religion, 29.
I will give you a society one instead.
Okay.
The opposite version of that.
Can I assist?
If you're assisting, you're doing the opposite of what you previously rolled.
Yeah, which is fair enough because I'll
So
be helpful with
so-
religion.
You do religion. If you
MLP
do religion,
would
do
roll
society.
religion. I would roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since you're assisting, I'll let you roll first.
Mhm.
23. So I think that I
That's an
can't
assist?
remember. Yeah, it gives me some kind of bonus.
Not much,
and
but
then
it's a little.
my society, 27 plus.
Give you this, because you're also so damn close to the other one too. You would think that it's something to do with the. You remember, not specifically this, but you remember issues with his death triggering triggering stuff with his temples, like magical, like when a god has a temple to them, they're connected to that temple. If that god died, which what happened, stuff happened to the temples. So that could have been a thing. That could have like caused a little earthquake on its foundations, which sunk it underneath the city.
Yeah.
And a city which just builds upon itself. Well, that will be it. But the thing that I'm going to give you is that you remember there was something specific about Moonstone Hall. Well, you found something specific in Moonstone Hall
Yeah.
in the book that you've stolen. It contained 3 magical Moonstone portals used for prophecy. And that's
Okay.
what made it special.
Sorry, just note taking. Well, I'm glad that I stole the book so I can point it out to the others later. Uh, yeah. Okay. All right. That's fun. I'm sure that this is like something that Lieriel heard when she was like 5 years old and is just now like, oh, that was a long time ago to remember. And right. Well, this has been so enlightening, Plaos. Thank you greatly.
And thank you for the tea. That was very nice.
Do you want help reshelving the books?
No, I can get help from Surrender and Surreals.
Sorry, from who?
The other nights.
Just double checking as Dell. Those were not the names that we got from the others, correct?
Been
Those were
saying them
not.
all the time. You haven't listened.
I
didn't
was
never
like,
put Serb in front of them.
okay. Well,
I
okay.
swear you said Sir Surrender.
Oh, surrender and not okay. I mixed them up as like one name. Okay. I was like, wait a second, huh? Okay.
Surrender,
That's like
Surreals, and Surplus.
Color me surprised.
I know. I was like, though that does help me because I was definitely mishearing those names. I spelled them very wrong in my notes. So I'm glad to be able to correct that. Well, have a lovely rest of your day. Surplus.
Have a good day, and if you ever want to give up the circus life and dedicate yourself to being a better person,
You'll be the first person I go to.
I wonder if Mordain would be really good in here as they walk out.
Okay, as we're walking out. Okay, so the names were like that. Couldn't have been a coincidence, right?
Potentially.
Not that I will, but if I were to join, I would want to be Serendipity.
I think that's beautiful, Azzy.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can always pick a stage name.
And I'm fine with Azzy. I am as far from a knight as you could possibly get.
Oh, I don't know. I think a few of us might qualify for
Maybe.
such a title as that. How about we find somewhere to get a bite to eat and we can let's show you some things. We'll just she'll find some food vendor, and then there is a little bit of a park that has a small green area where a lot of the working class will sometimes go for lunch. So she'll bring them there to the little park. And
Yeah. So you have lunch.
So Leafy found a really good note about where Moonstone Hall might be. If that's right, it is in the absolute worst part of town. So that's fun, but nothing can ever be easy, right? Jake, have you ever been in the woodworkers district?
not for long. It's one of those places where you pull your collar up and try to get through there and not get attacked.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that doesn't sound very good.
Karsh, would you like me to make a roll for Lieriel to essentially put together the pieces you gave us? Because I know that I, as the maker of the map, have a little bit more information, but she also used to work around a certain aspect of the map.
Like, you'd be able to find it. I mean, it wouldn't take much, even if you have to, like, ask around.
Like,
you'd be able to find.
Well, I mean, like, Lieriel recognizes, like, a mermaid fountain as a thing, yeah.
There wouldn't be many fountains.
No, there's, and in the Woodworkers District, I mean, Jake, there is the wonderful Denro, which
and you get a redemption from Icy.
Yay!
Thank you!
Thank you, Icy. So you get a hero point and a hero card. It also means I get a hero card, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
There's the wonderful, wonderful Denro, which is even worse. And then off of Denro, there's a little alley, and I found I call it Dead End Drink, because it is a dead end alley with a shitty little fountain at it. But the book that I found made reference to the Mermaid's Fountain as being the last remaining entrance, and if you kind of squint, you can see the remnants of that tale.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So, are we going to go there today, or knowing about it and... It's still relatively daytime. It shouldn't be too evil in there.
It's Denro. Does it really matter? I mean, you know, maybe it's cleaned up a little bit. They have been talking about getting tough on crime, and I haven't actually been there in ages. It's been a while, actually, so maybe it's better. I just, I say partly to warn you, Azzy and Leafy, that please stay very close to us if we do go investigate that.
Well, be fine. You know, I can take care of myself.
Did you learn anything else?
I did, and she'll pull out the book.
Oh.
Oh.
She learned that there's going to be a very, very big library overdue fee soon.
I don't think they will even notice, honestly.
Precisely. And frankly, we need all the help we can get. They weren't wrong when they said knowledge is power. And she'll kind of flip to a page. You see this, I mean, so you can see this kind of diagram here. It shows sort of moonstone pools that they apparently had there. I don't know. I'm not that old. But they were used for prophecy or some kind of thing. But I mean, frankly, I feel like that's, I mean, you know, I would think that if they're going after some pools for prophecy, they could tell that we weren't actually, you know, trying to do anything but have fun with our circus.
Maybe, yeah. We could say it's like, you know, we've got a fortune telling act. We thought we could learn some things. I don't know.
Prophecy's kind of funny and it doesn't give direct answers.
But so we know a little bit about what to expect, at least there. But God, I don't want to go back to Denver right now.
Oh, well.
Was there anything else we could do?
Can I have Azzy do a an arcane? But I know it's not arcane. It's Azzy's
Nature.
version of-
Nature for me.
Yeah, nature. Yeah.
Sure. 27.
Natural moonstone. Natural moonstone pools can grant prophetic clairvoyance, and if that's Moonstone Hall, then that's the association with the name. And I just realized the dice is on my face, which is right there. So that, Moonstone Hall and clairvoyance or prophecy. That seems to be what the link is.
Sense. So yeah, I seem to remember learning about Moonstone. It's the fact that Moonstone Hall is a place of prophecy can't be a coincidence.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to check out.
Yes, the only question is really if we want to do that today or
I mean,
Karsh.
what else do we need? What else
We
have we
really
got
more
to do
here.
today?
I mean, we could go in and get your we
Oh,
could get
yeah.
a nice outfit
I've
for
forgotten about
performing.
that.
I mean, if there's anything, I mean, we found a few things that we can sell off of those smelly, annoying creatures. We buy things, plenty of things to do.
Well, I'm all up for the outfit because I think
Mm-hmm.
that's something I've been actually looking. What? Yeah, I really like that.
A bit of fun to break up our
Well, there's
terrifying
bound to be
day.
shops on the way there, so
Yeah.
let's check the shops.
Yeah.
Make it a shopping trip.
Absolutely. Sure. Well, you know all the places, so lead the way.
Yeah.
And we will take a break here as we head into a little bit of shopping. As we all head towards the woodworkers district. You're not that far from it, but woodworkers, a little bit of shopping, and we'll come back at the end of the break. And what?
No, I'm excited and terrified.
We have no idea what we're walking into.
No, you don't.
We're
Which is
walking
awesome.
into a trap.
So we'll be back shortly. Stick around. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the redemption. Don't forget, you can also use actual monies for those redemptions too. Helps us pay our bills, and helps us pay for such amazing artwork that we generally give to Hideki Chibi for doing our overlays, or to Lorian for doing the music for the intros and stuff. So, and of course, paying for Syrinscape, who are not a sponsor. I just think they do cool music. So we'll be right back, and stick around. And we're back. Hello.
And we're back.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome in everyone that's came in during our break. Sorry we're on our break, but thank you for coming in. Our circus folk have been finding out information on the disappearance of an entire temple called Moonstone Hall, temple to Eridon, the lost god, the dead god of creation, or of civilization, etc. And in doing so, they've also gone shopping.
Yes.
And me being
Much more
me,
important.
I'm not a big fan of shopping trips, but what are we getting? Healing potions, I heard from at least some.
I got 3 minor healing potions and crippling anxiety.
Cool. I'm doing well then. And what's Azzy's new circus? Is it a circus coat?
So Azzy's, with Lieriel's help,
Yeah.
found a really smart tailor and has commissioned an outfit to better fit him as a ringleader,
Faster.
as a what's the word? As a substitute ringleader. So his standard outfit's just been this sort of what was once a smart shirt with wave patterns on it, but through wear and tear and just repeated use has kind of worn down. All the buttons have long gone, the sleeves have been ripped off, and just some similarly ragged old shorts. Now he's traded that in for a smart white shirt, collared shirt, although he's insisted on the tailor to keep it short sleeved because he doesn't like long sleeves. Then some, and then a sky blue waistcoat, which is sort of open, which he wears sort of with a deep V, so he can still have all his necklaces and jewelry on display. Sort of gold buttons down by sort of the belly area. His trousers, he's got some above the knee, but sort of navy blue trousers with gold. All of this stuff has got little bits of gold filigree in it as well as a sort of like tabard style loincloth on top of the shorts, which kind of, I mean, the loincloth isn't needed, it's just decorative. And as well, he's finally gotten some custom digitigrade sandals.
I was going to say shoes, but close enough. Sandals.
Yeah.
Oh, Lorian, I should have told you this during the break, but because you were asking about price, my brain just immediately told it to you. But Lieriel would definitely insist on paying for Azzy.
No. This is my outfit, and Azzy will insist in return. So
You deserve a proper gift for filling in.
should we call this contested intimidation?
You're going to lose.
Sure.
Or sleight of hand.
Give me 1 second. I've got
terrible.
Wait, that's not a... You just rolled a 3 and got a...
I got plus 14
I
intimidation.
didn't expect that.
But it's like, literally, Azzy only is for in terms of actually intimidating people. Azzy only ever uses it as like sorceress power overflowing. He doesn't actually use it to be like, I'm gonna intimidate you. It's just like the sheer power of his sorcery is that intimidation.
But
But
he's so sweet
he,
and innocent and thinks sex is illegal.
That's the point. I think you've gone past that.
We have. But it was funny for a long time.
He will concede and accept the
I've
generous
spent
gift.
far more on others, darling. We'll just...
I'm just
And
not
under your
used
breath
to...
say, and they walked away.
It's not under her breath. That's in her head.
I guess I'm just not used to people giving me gifts, so
I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's somewhat of an investment, but also just you deserve nice things, dear.
oh. Thank you.
A proper welcome to the circus. It's only been several months.
Yeah.
It feels longer.
Definitely does.
Oh, well,
So I'm assuming there's this long taking measurements and everything, and I'll collect it when it's ready later.
It'll be before the next big show.
Yeah.
What's Leafy up to? Leafy and Blueberry. Any shopping?
No.
Oh, don't need to buy anything as a plant.
Yeah, Leafy's quite happy.
Well, you just had lunch in one of the very rare green spots in town, so that's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Leafy could like temporarily grow roots into the ground just to get their nutrients that
Well, that
way.
is your lunch, yes.
Yeah.
And now you're going to the cessport in town, so depends on how you feel about eating manure. Hey, could be good, could be bad.
Everything is
Lieriel
compost in
does-
the end.
The opposite of what she did to go to the monastery. She takes out her holy symbol and displays it prominently because you don't fuck with a follower of Calistria, and tucks away some of her more extravagant items into the bag. Just being conscious of where we're going. I think she looks around when we go into the shop with all the potions for Jake. And thinks a little bit, but she doesn't get anything. Because I've spent a lot of money.
Mm.
To be fair, I put like so much of my own money into the circus. But I gotta save now.
Seeing L'Oreal looking at potions and putting them back, I just grab as an extra one, so that means I get 4.
Oh no, she's not looking at healing potions. She's
Okay.
looking at like descriptions of other potions. Just like, what does this do? What does that do?
Just don't take it past anywhere with keys.
Okay, in that case, then I'll stay with 3.
Pass the
What was the name
locksmith.
of what was the name of the fancy potion again? Oh, the fancy clothing again?
Extravagant clothing.
It's fine clothing.
Fine clothing.
Yeah. Or at least in the rules, it's clothing, and then fine is in parentheses.
Okay.
2 GP. Anyway, so
We move into the woodworkers district. Not the worst place in town, but it's like a progression of like there's the woodworkers, then part of the woodworkers district is Denro. Right near the back of the woodworkers district.
Leafy's gonna
fountain. Yep.
Leafy's gonna stay between Blueberry and Lieriel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good idea. The fountain is between the two districts, pretty much. It almost borders the two districts. It's really close to Denro. As you move off the main streets from where you were, like the south of the market street of Escadar, and start heading into there, the tenement buildings are more crushed together. The streets are much more narrow, almost alleyways. But this is their main thoroughfares, what you would call alleyways elsewhere. And just the people are more hostile. They look at you accusingly. There's more blades at hips, hidden often, but some proudly displayed. There's just this sense of foreboding as you, like, the deeper you go into this area. For some, maybe a sense of homecoming. As you get down to where you believe the fountain is, you have to go down to a small little alley, as the fountain is in a courtyard that surrounds it. What you don't expect, though, are a group of guards standing at the fountain.
Do we recognize any of them?
So the eastern neighborhoods of I'll read this pre-made section. The eastern neighborhoods of Escadar are filled with drug houses, gambling dens, and overcrowded tenements. in a courtyard at the end of the deserted side of the street, sequestered from a cacophony of touts and peddlers, a gaping sinkhole yearns into the dry, crumbling fountain, depicting a frolicking mermaid. A metal fence surrounds the sinkhole of the fountain. 4 people dressed in comfortable uniforms stand nearby the fountain, alert for trouble.
Do I mean, when I was younger, was this fountain guarded? Or is this a relatively new thing now?
Seems to be a relatively new thing.
And the fence around it, relatively new as well? Or...
It's certainly, it's a temporary fence put up around, yes.
Like, you said there was a sinkhole?
It looks to be, yes.
Is that new? Or has that been it since
It doesn't
always
look
been?
like doesn't look like it's a new thing. It looks like it's been just a part
and
of this area
Lieriel's
for a
just
while.
like, yeah, that's just it's Denro. It's a shithole.
Well, you would also know that a lot of smuggling used to go along in the city, and a lot of it used to go under the city into the sewers. And this being quite an obvious entrance to the sewers and the crackdown on smuggling, it's now guarded.
Have they seen us?
How obvious are you walking down the street? Well, it's an alleyway.
We're not hiding, so.
So yes, they see you walking into this courtyard, which the only thing in it is the fountain, the sinkhole, and the 4 guards.
Yeah.
Not a huge area.
Is this not a place for a free drink anymore?
No taverns or brothels around here. No
I
smuggling
just
either.
meant the water.
This has been dry for years.
Sorry, I haven't been to this
And he
area
points
of
to
town
the
in a
hole,
while.
which is cracked to the side of this fountain.
Oh.
Guess someone must have messed it up between the last time I was here then.
Well, you don't look like you're that old, but must be an elf.
Well, I wouldn't to you, would I? You said there aren't any, taverns where I could catch a sip of water either?
Not in this place.
To be fair, do you really want to drink the water around here?
I mean, honestly, I am dying of thirst. I'll take anything. Where would you recommend?
We wouldn't. Not in this district. Go south of Market Street
so
if you want
helpful.
something nice. Now, if you don't mind, we're not tour guides.
Oh, we'd be so good at it.
His hand just rests on some manacles on his belt.
All right, well,
Okay.
I'm sure we'll find somewhere. Thank you for the help.
Move along.
Yeah.
You also notice something like all the windows into this courtyard. Like everything's boarded up. Not boarded up, but everything's like closed and shuttered. Like even the people that probably live here don't want to deal with these people, it seems like. So even that's all.
No one who lives in Denro and is in vaguely their right mind, which, to be fair, probably not a lot of people in Denro are in their right mind, would want to deal with the guard.
Constabulary.
I'm assuming.
Mm.
Starts.
Well, do we need to go and talk to the police agency to let them know what we're doing so we don't have to deal with Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there?
You want to tell the fucking constables what we're doing? How do you plan on explaining that? Oh yeah, we just want to go see an old temple. Just let us in, let us smuggle.
Oh, well, From what I can tell, the sinkhole and the fountain were two different items, correct?
The sinkhole has cracked the fountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I read it here again. Did it clear. In the courtyard, deserted side of the street, sequesters. A gaping sinkhole yearns next to a dry and crumbling fountain depicting the frolicking mermaid.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well.
Can I get a society, please?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm real glad that I took that thing in society. Give me
Or
just a second.
Excadar Lord,
Kinda.
if you had it. But either way.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
But if with a 28, from the attitude of these people, you're pretty much sure that like they report only to one person. One person that you've met several times already.
Mm.
The person
Yeah,
cleaning up the
pretty.
streets.
Yeah.
Well, how do you want to do this? We need to check out
If-
Moonstone Hall.
How do I want to do this, or how will we do this?
If
Well-
there's trouble in Moonstone Hall, how are they getting in?
It might not be a 24-hour watch. It would be if they're smart, but it might not be a 24-hour watch. It might be that they're already in there. They
Might
might
be
have
that
another
they-
way in.
It might be that they have a certain arrangement with these guards. Could be.
Could be that. If we're dealing with people that can imitate others, maybe they've kidnapped a guard and decide to disguise themselves every once in a while too. Kidnapped or killed.
Do you remember when it was easy? When we just ran a circus? Oh yeah, it was yesterday.
Remember when I wasn't part of a circus? That was easy.
In the age before man.
I'm not that old.
I'm 37.
So, well, the question is, what do we want to do? I presume we want to get... Do we think that it's through that sinkhole?
Probably, yes. Or there may be some way to shift the fountain. And we're kind of leading them back down toward
Yeah.
Market Street
Mhm.
as we walk,
Mm.
because I'm not gonna take them right through the heart of Denro. We got like half a block in, and that was more than enough. You know, we'll take the long way home.
You take the safer way home.
Yeah.
Market Street, then Street Road.
Hmm.
Because Street Road is such a great name for a street.
Thank you.
But what's the plan?
That's what we're deciding.
I could turn into an insect and scout it out.
That's not a bad idea.
There was certainly a lot of insects in that area.
Can you do that safely?
I think we need to find the best thing. We need to find a way if we can lure the guards away somehow. I think that's probably our best bet.
We don't
mean,
we don't know what's beyond there.
Yeah.
True.
You don't know what we'll be walking into. I mean, I'd say start a fight. It's really easy to get a fight going, but I'm sure that they also know that, and if they're determined to stay there.
I still think we should go as a constabulary, get a written note that we have ideas that there might be another way into Den Row, which they don't know, and we just want to check it out. Or we know that there's Moonstone Hall, and we actually want to be completely honest.
If we
Save our lives until we need them.
Yeah, true.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it.
Yeah, why lie about something? We're just antiquarians who heard about a nice little place, and we thought it might be nice to go and check out on our day off. Or we were attacked, which isn't true, and we just want to chase down the people who attacked us, and we heard there might be a way for them at a old Escadar legend that apparently found out is real.
Something tells me they're not going to be the vigilante justice sort.
Well,
But-
we're not on their books, so we don't know who they can trust.
I still feel like there's either another way in or these people at Moonstone Hall have to be getting in and out somehow.
Well, it just mentioned Moonstone Hall. I guess I can't be certain that the notes mention Moonstone Hall. I guess I can't be certain that they're actually there, just that they want to be there for whatever reason. Probably the, Moonstone Fools.
Either way, are we out of sight of Woodwork District now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just waiting for a plan. There's discussion. but-
I'm just rattling my brain for one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've heard Jake's plan. Jake's is completely honest.
I will say this: even Lieriel would think sneaking past the guards would be very hard.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're on
It's a-
point there.
Yeah, it's a small area. It's hard to even get in. Like you'd have to go rooftops to even get in there without being seen. But then as soon as you drop down, it's a small little courtyard.
Yeah.
Exactly. So my thought process was, well, why don't we get permission to be there and investigate something?
You know,
Or pretend
Jake,
to have permission.
That's true. I could forge something. We can forge something. We can try and actually get. Well, here's the thing. If we forge something and they go back and they say, hey, yeah, those people, that's going to cause us problems.
Yeah,
Going
and
to
we're
cause
here.
us major problems.
I think the best bet is for them not to know we've gone in.
But it's going to be hard to sneak past them.
So we draw them away.
Yeah, but when we
But-
want to come back out, that's the problem.
Yeah, that too.
You're
We'd
right.
have to
If it's
find
the only
another way out.
entrance in, it's going to be an entrance out. Unless there's
mean,
I will say this to Azzy's idea. This is one of the most violent neighborhoods in the city. They might have orders to still stay there. In case
I have a question.
hmm
As we were walking through Denro, could we see any manhole covers?
No.
None at all?
No.
Because I was going to say, there's like a thing that they sometimes do with manholes where they put like a... They put like a seal over it so that they can tell when it's been opened.
Oh, that'll be smart.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in Europe seeing that in like this place near a castle.
I've never. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. But casually as you're
The-
going
the-
past, no, you didn't see anything. And yeah,
Okay.
The other option I can think of is, what if we try and bribe them?
What if they don't take a bribe?
Well, that's
Yeah.
a bit of a gamble.
we
But we are in a really sketchy part of town. Maybe they will just write it off as just the sketchy people trying to buy us again. They won't think anything more of it. If we're wrong, if we're right, that's an easy way to get in.
16 years ago, Azzy, I would have absolutely agreed with that being the right decision.
Also, remember, we're part of a circus. Anything that we do in the city reflects on the circus. We don't bring more problems on the circus.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, being responsible. It sucks, doesn't it?
You're all a bit
Yeah.
noticeable too.
Yeah.
What? And you see the pug just there with a big giant fuck off great
Well-
maul on their back.
Yeah, where's a bastard half elf when you need them?
I mean,
They've
I
gone back
can-
home.
I can make someone look like someone else.
Do you really
Not
want that
specific-
But can you
that
make all of
much?
us look like someone else? That's the thing. One of us could try and bribe. We could see if it works, but
I have no way of
there's everyone
altering
else
my
having to
appearance
get in.
whatsoever.
And then there's also when we need to leave, we'll have to do that again. I honestly think that we need more information. As much as I would loathe to send you in there, particularly alone, Leafy, scouting it out might not be the worst idea. Or we can try a few things, Jake, if a few things in a row, not separating ourselves, but Jake, you could give convincing a shot.
Are we close? We're at near 7 now. From
Yeah,
where
we'd
we
be-
are now to where is the police agents or the guard place?
That is here.
Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty far. And it's also getting later on in the day, so we will probably not be able to talk to her today. I mean, we can certainly try, but gods know that it has been a whole fucking ordeal every time I've gone there.
Well, let's give it a try anyway.
And let's show
Again,
you a
we-
handout as well.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh. Very shiny.
mm.
There you go. And that really
Very,
didn't
very
work as
small.
expected.
Very, very small. So there's no real way to actually sneak through that.
Yeah.
And we don't know actually how. We'll need to spend some time investigating the fountain to figure out how to get in.
And no one saw the green screen.
I mean, there's just, the sinkhole right beside it probably leads under it, or at least we could give that a bit of investigation, see if it does.
I have an idea.
I'm all ears.
What if I tried to manipulate the water of the fountain?
The fountain
Which
was
is
dry.
dry.
Such a-
Yeah,
It's
the fountain's
dry. Okay, well, I just had an image of my head of that fountain with water in it, and I guess that was wrong. Never mind.
It's paint.
Artwork.
It used to have water in it.
Or
Ages
that's
ago.
maybe I could make it look like it's got water in it, and then, oh no, I have a really good idea.
Oh,
You
It's
could
gonna
work a
make us-
miracle, Azzy.
I could summon waterfall, and they could come out of the fountain and cause a bit of chaos, and in the ensuing chase, maybe the guards will run after them, and then we can slip in.
Doesn't answer the problem of getting out of there.
No, but I love it.
I love the idea.
It will cost me, one of my, a bit of power for the day, but it's an idea.
All right, let's think about this in terms of risk. And decreasing risk going forward. So right now I'm hearing that the prevailing options are going and seeing if we can simply just get permission from get permission from Andera Pauldreen. That's Jake's proposal. Leafy, your proposal is to investigate a little bit as an insect.
Mhm.
And Azzy, your proposal is to cause a daring bit of chaos and hopefully
Yeah.
scare them off or run them off
Or
Or just have
distract
them,
them
you know,
while you
or
sneak.
distract
Distract them.
them. Yes. Okay. So my thoughts, I don't like that Karsh rolled a d4.
Same.
I'm hoping that that's just the time if we go to Conclave Square.
Oh, if no one else is doing anything,
Uh,
I'm moving towards the
Yeah.
guardhouse, because if we're discussing this as we're
So-
walking towards the house.
Yeah. So what are the risks of asking Andera? It's revealing to her that that's where we want to go. Why?
We were attacked on the way to town yesterday,
Mhm.
and we've heard that our assailants might be here, and we want to figure out that they might have stolen one of our... They stole one of our circus members, and we just want to make sure no one else was stolen that we haven't
We're-
missed yet.
Weren't they just send the guards down?
Yeah, why shouldn't they send the guards? That's who does the law here now.
Well, they can send down. I don't care.
Mhm.
We can just... It's more about... Jake is actually just going, we need to get in and get out. It's going to take time to figure out how to open it. So why not at least go and see what they say? Say we might have found a way, other people getting in, attacks.
Basically play what they asked us to do in Aberton. And actually be like, hey, we can help you, instead of them being like, hey, you can help us.
Well, let's go there and see what they've got to say, because we haven't reported in. Because
Do you mind if I stick outside? I just...
Yeah, you
Not
don't like bureaucracy.
outside. Well, I don't mind working with bureaucracy, but I'm figuring that if they associate all of us with that request, if we need to make another request later, if they reject this one, at least then we can show them a different face and maybe not carry that
that makes
reputation.
sense. Yeah, it
If
makes
that
sense.
makes... Thank you. Yes.
Of course. But how could they say no to this lovely face? And you see
Take
Jake's eyes
Leafy
just
with
open
you.
a little bit more. After all, I'm so cute. Woof,
Take
woof,
Leafy
bark.
with you.
Yeah, true, Leafy's cuter.
She is.
So what I'm hearing, plan going to Conclave Square, trying to get an audience with Eldara, the chief constable.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
First,
Okay.
yeah.
First.
If that doesn't work out, the other options could be a better fallbacks. We can't do the
Yeah.
other options first and then go. So if we
Mhm.
if we mess up a distraction, we can't then go ask for permission because that'd be too late.
Yeah. It
I
does
had
add a
raised-
little bit of risk because they might know that, they might put together that we made a request, but it's less than the other way around.
3 hours of
Yeah.
waiting. You were let in. Yes, it was exactly that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that's
Wait,
what
before
it
we
was.
go in, could we be briefed on what we're asking?
Nah.
Isn't that what Jake just did?
That's what I thought
Uh,
everyone just did.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. So what?
So Lieriel's sticking outside. Jake's going in.
What shameless request am I asking?
I'm of the opinion that I'm going to follow where the guard person wants us to let them know I'm going to let them know basically we were attacked on the way to city yesterday, which is why we couldn't come in and do taxes ourselves.
They would have been told that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just great. Now you're doing it on me.
It's
Yeah,
better
this-
that you figure this out before you go in.
I know.
This is like the 3 hours.
God, do none of you plan?
No.
No.
Are you not consistently panicking about it?
Yes.
Yeah, I just follow whatever everyone else is doing.
Okay.
I try not to.
Jake has got. When it comes to the circus, Jake does the circus kind of stuff. Jake is completely honest with what they want.
Yeah.
So
He's only sketchy inside the circus.
I only panic when their consequences are imminent.
Okay.
Before then,
Okay.
I'm very relaxed.
okay. So what are we asking?
Can we?
Someone
can
attacked. They left something behind that made you think that they are going to Moonstone Hall. So you want to go to Moonstone Hall to see if you can figure it out. You're more than welcome, or you're more than happy to let the guards figure it out. But you might recognize them, so it might be easier if you go, and you're more than capable of defending yourselves.
I think that.
Yeah.
Did you take notes? The doors come. You're brought into the room. Eldara, the chief's constable, is once again sitting at a big desk. You can see her arm off to the side. There was once when she was walking the beat. She welcomes you. Oh yes, I was hoping I'd get to speak to you again. Welcome in. I didn't get to see your show, but I heard great things. Thank you for bringing an uplifting entertainment to the city. An extra form of entertainment is always good to lift the spirits of our citizens. What can I help you with today?
We tend to give you more of a enjoyable thing, uplifting, hopeful messages. Because I haven't seen Dustlight's show lately. Have they gone more darker, or they're still about the same?
No, I haven't been able to attend the menagerie either. I'm pretty much stuck behind my desk day in, day out, waiting on visitors. I'm sorry I had to wait so long. By the way, this is a bit more upbeat and a bit more friendlier version than your initial approaches to her, because over this time, every time you roll success, her attitude gets better, which is what's been happening.
We were wanting to come in to talk about the yesterday when we were attacked.
Yes, I had some people notified about that, cleaning up the mess and whatnot. You've got further information?
Yes.
Should I bring in a constable to take some details, or?
There was something left behind that suggested that they were
Clue?
at Moonstone Hall, and
Where?
Moonstone Hall. It's an old temple to...
we did some research, and it's an old temple that was buried.
No, the only temples we have is not even temple, the monastery of St Sarnax.
Yeah, we went to the monastery earlier on and looked for a book that had Moonstone Hall in it.
You were let in there?
Would you refuse this face?
Well, yes, but I'm surprised those old codgers let you in. And they are nutty. They are so damn nutty.
Yeah. Surprise?
Well...
Surprise? No, Surprise died years ago.
Ah. They must have suppressed those memories.
Either way.
We figured out that the old Moonstone Hall was probably located somewhere in Denro, and it's underground, and we're aware that a lot of that is off limits. And
you mean the smuggler's routes underneath Denro? Ah.
Well,
Are you talking about the fountain?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, Azzy.
Azzy, you're here. Where you hiked off to?
Was I meant to be outside? Sorry.
I did ask in the chat, are you out with Lieriel or are you inside
I didn't see the chat.
Leafy and Jake?
Either way,
You can be inside with them.
You sent the cute people in.
I'll be outside with the Lieriel.
No.
I'll be outside with Lieriel.
Okay.
Yeah, the fountain, mermaid.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's got water in for ages.
we're happy to pass off information to the guards, but we're also very capable of fighters and stuff ourselves, and
She looks
we're
at
wondering-
the massive club mall. There's so what, you're offering to deal with any smugglers or anything you find under there?
yes.
In the Moonstone Hall, yeah, of course.
Yes. And we'll report everything back.
Can I get a diplomacy, please? From it's
Shamelessly-
mostly Leafy. Mostly
Shamelessly
Leafy.
cute.
You are shamelessly cute.
Hang on.
Can
There's
I give an
harmlessly
assist?
cute, which is shameless request.
Can I give an assist?
Uh,
Because I'm expert in I'm trained in diplomacy.
It's mostly Leafy right now with this, but I'll give you an assist. Because you have been putting in, but it is mostly Leafy.
So you reduce any DC increases for making an outrageous request by 2, and you can't roll a crit fail.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can never cause your target to reduce their attitudes toward you by making a request.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Nice.
rolling diplomacy. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I have the hero points to spare.
You do.
You only have a +1 to diplomacy.
That's why I thought.
Oh my god.
But hey, she can't crit fail. She
You
can't crit
crit
fail.
No. And it doesn't go downwards even if she does crit fail, which she doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like 16.
I've got a DC.
Do I?
Okay. Again, you can't crit fail. That's important. The DC was. You're below
DC's
10.
like 26.
We're not trying. Yeah.
Wait,
Bingo.
what?
26.
DC's 26. Leafy could have never made
but
it.
That's for something else. All these rolls which I've been getting are usually for something else. But your plan is like, you've said that, so you're going to help out. Okay. She pulls out some papers from her desks and starts scribbling. Writing a document. So this is a writ. It'll get you past. It'll allow the guards from the sinkhole to let you pass, and both ways. You are accepting any dangers underneath the city, of course. You have said that yourself. If you do find anything underneath the city, any evidence of criminal wrongdoing, you are to bring us back, and I do expect a full report about any criminal wrongdoing, and return of any evidence, of course. But anything else, there's not direct evidence of criminal wrongdoing. Look, if it's there, it's got nothing to do with us, so I've got no issue with you taking it or keeping it as recompense for your trouble, if that helps you out.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Now, you said that you want to speak to us before we went off into a little offshoot. What did you want us to talk to us about?
No, it's just I heard I wanted to speak to see how the show went and how everything else up there, because
No, show went
it's-
extremely well. We had a very nice full crowd.
well, there were some incidents from what I hear.
Oh, of course, there were some incidences, but no show ever goes exactly to plan, does it?
Well, no.
Exactly. I can
think-
see that you've... Like, no bust in your example goes exactly to plan. It's like
from,
Day of the Circus life.
from what I hear, the troublemakers were dealt with in an entertaining fashion, and there was no harm to anybody.
Of
Yeah.
course not.
Yes.
We here at Circus of Broken Chain believes in safe family fun. But also, what's the purple guy's name again? Ostentatious, somewhat of a...
He,
I can't remember his name. Oh, you get... Delmar.
Oh yes, Delmar.
What's his deal?
He's an advisor.
To the city,
Hey.
to you, to...
He is one of the wealthy landowners here, one of the business owners here. So
that makes more... That
he
makes so
has
much
a bit of
sense now.
sway with people, and unfortunately, that means that he gets in when he gets to places which he gets into people's ears and doesn't and advises. So yeah,
Any advice to deal with him next time?
I'm sorry.
Any
he
advice?
from what we can tell, he's aligned with the Celestial Menagerie, and so
Yeah, they were selling...
So you're making an accusation?
No.
She pulls out another, she opens the drawer and pulls out essentially a notebook.
Oh, no, nothing much.
he-
Just that
He was,
fake tickets were sold to our show.
So
Mind you,
you're
we don't
accusing
mind.
Lord Delmar about that.
no, but he was causing a ruckus in the crowd during the show.
Are you again making a complaint, or are you?
Helpfully informing.
Yes, I was just saying that with two circuses that tends two businesses in the same field in a city, there tends to be rivalry, and if someone's aligned with one, and
But
that
you've only just arrived. How
they
can there be
might
rivalry?
yes, but they might try and sway away from the other, if that makes sense.
We just have to put on a better show than them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
Our
not cause
circus
any trouble
battles-
which would bring out my attention or my constable's
Of course
attention.
not. Of course not. We wouldn't do that. We are a safe, pure family circus.
You've said that one already, but either way.
Either
have
way,
a good,
anyway,
have a good night, and this should get you past them, past the constables.
thank you.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Have you-
outside,
Just like Lieriel, Azzy
Bridging
sitting in the
scene,
waiting area.
outside.
Yep.
Are you in the waiting room or outside the building
In
itself?
the waiting room.
Okay, in
I
the
don't want to
waiting
get
room.
too far. I just don't. Lieriel is like, I don't know how that request is going to go, so I don't want her to associate me with it, just in case.
So, Azzy and Lieriel.
Mhm.
What's happening in the waiting room? Anything?
I don't know if anything is. I think it's just a kind of a.
Lieriel is,
Twiddling thumbs.
yeah, just kind of leaning against a wall, keeping an eye out. I know that there was mention of our purple friend being around yesterday, so I'm wondering if he'll show up today.
Ah, that's why. Okay. No spotting of the purple friend, Lord
Nice.
Purple Friend, as some now know.
No, I thought the purple friend was Lorian.
As you, yeah, it doesn't take much, does it?
No.
As you leave as in like you, as you leave and with your now writ and permission,
I hand it
It's
to
now-
Lieriel.
it's now
Same.
starting to get dark.
Honestly, I was not expecting that to work.
She was very friendly.
She was happy.
I mean, that's certainly better than our last impression with her.
Yeah, we didn't have Delmar Delicatessen in there pretty much trying to ruin every 5 minutes. Oh yeah, we found out a bit more about him, by the way. He actually owns some of the land around here. And that gets him into positions where they shouldn't be. But Alas. So, are we going to go back to Denro and do this today, or you want to do it tomorrow when we're nice and fresh?
It is getting a bit dark. I
Or
don't
the
know.
sooner we look at this, the sooner we've got more chance to set up for our next circus performance.
Well, we've got a couple people looking out for that. I think the professor sent some people out to get the advertisements and
Yeah.
start going around
Is-
and promoting.
Is there any immediate rush to... Are we on a time limit for checking this place out?
I think it's more just the longer we wait, the more we risk another attack. I don't think that it's... I would like to do it today or tomorrow. But
I think tomorrow... I think tomorrow might be best. I think I'd like to be at full strength. Plus, I was kind of hoping to run one of those sessions I mentioned earlier tonight with everyone else at the circus.
yeah, that would be wonderful, I think. So we can kind of get back and bond a little bit. And, I'd like to see if Ash and Mordan are doing better. And maybe ask them a little bit about anything they might have noticed. So
So it looks like you're returning to the circus, out of the city, out of the terror, the busyness, the smells, back into the countryside,
Past the murder forest.
past the murder forest, the crime scenes,
Oh,
the death, the destruction
there's one body.
one.
that you know of.
Oh, the end of it is going to be pretty much everyone we kill at the Celestial Menagerie is going to be put in here.
Mm-hmm.
So back at the circus, what are you up to? Like, things are coming back to normal. There's preparations for the next show. Show order, I believe, has been made.
Azzy puts out a notice to say, after sundown, anyone who wants to, for a session of sort of mindfulness and gather around the bonfire. So he puts out he'll just be kind of waiting there to see who pitches up.
Leafy's curious, so Leafy will attend.
Even I'm curious, but I'm not a big yoga fan.
Praise the sun.
You get a few people that are curious, like really more curious about it because mindfulness, like what's going on, and that's the talk. Like, what's going on? What is this?
So, since our ringmaster has taken some time off, he left me with the responsibility of being the ringmaster in his stead. And so I wanted to gather everyone together to... There's been a lot of stress recently. A lot of danger and uncertainty. And I wanted to share with everyone a technique I learned a while ago at it was a monastery of Uvuko in the mountains in Mwangi. Of just letting go for a little bit of worries and stress. So, what I want everyone to do, it's called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. And I'll basically just start to guide the people through there on this meditation technique of thinking of 5 things they can hear, 4 things they can see, 3 things they can touch, 2 they can smell, and 1 they can taste. And using that as a way to just sort of focus on the here and now and let stress of worries about the future or the past, let it go for a time being. And at the end of it all, if whoever's right, so that's kind of how that works. And the idea is to just let go of any thoughts that might enter your head of worries about anything that might be stressing you out. And you will think these thoughts, and it's okay. Just let them come in and let them go. Flow like water, in and out. And then towards the end of it, I'll say, right, thank you everyone for coming along. And there's one last thing I want to do. Could everyone just grab the hand of the person next to you?
And they do so.
Okay. I want you to close your eyes and think of and feel the hand of that person, that other living thing. Maybe the warmth of their blood, or if they're cold-blooded, the smooth softness of their scales, or whatever their physiology might be. And I want you to think of that person and think, may they be happy. May they be healthy. May they find peace. Now, I want you to think next of someone you're very fond of. Could be a family member, could be a lover, could be a parent or a brother or sister, or maybe just someone you miss dearly. And once again, I want you to think, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they find peace. Next, I want you to think of someone that maybe you're not so fond of. Maybe someone who's hurt you, someone who's wronged you. And if it's too hard for you, just think of a stranger. And think to yourself, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they find peace. And last but not least, the most important of all, I want you to think of yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I find peace. All right. And thank you everyone for coming. I don't know if this is a thing people might want to do repeatedly, but I always found when I was having some pretty dark days, it helped me a lot. So if people like it, I can run this more, make it a regular thing. Feel free to let me know. But everyone have a really great night.
It's a weird reception of like people not knowing how they feel about this, but people start drifting away.
Is there like a burly guy in the back who's got way too many emotions who's like crying?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what the rustabouts essentially all are.
Yes, they got some of the rustabouts in the background going, I really like this new guy. He cares for us workers.
Like he's not gonna kill me.
And you can actually, one of the smells that was around was one of Jake's T-Ones just brewing a cup, like doing a nice big brew. So I would assume that a couple of the people after thing would have come to Jake's tea urn and said, that was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. That's as he's kind of wanting to do something like that for a while now, but never really found the time for it.
And now you're in charge. It's going to be a hippie commune. Gotcha.
Well, it's a circus. It's already a hippie commune.
That's pretty much true, yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Pretty much. Then, unless there's something happening, the night passes uneventfully.
Is Lieriel looking at that documentation, trying to make perfect, exact copies of the signatures?
We have it. We don't need,
Is
and
it?
they're to go in and out, so presumably they will let us keep it. Or
Well, more about for other ideas.
that take things as like Lyriel's got a lot of things she's doing. Are you specifically asking her to like memorize these signatures?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it on the list here. But is Mordain awake yet?
Mordain, as you go, start searching.
Mm-hmm.
Caravan's not there.
Well, yeah, her caravan. We found it. It was in the middle of the
Mhm.
woods.
Yeah.
Wherever
Start
we
asking around.
put her to. I mean, wherever we put her
people
to
haven't
heal
seen
up. I'd go to where we like put her so that she could heal up and like drink water and shit and not nearly be dead.
There's people. There's rumors that she left, as in properly left now.
Fair enough.
I'm
I'm gonna see if I can find Ash then.
Yeah. Ash is with her sister.
Ash, just actually, I guess I suppose both of you. Ash, when that individual was impersonating Flame or Flame that morning, yesterday morning, when presumably that person was intimidating Ash, did they ever mention anything from a while ago? Back in back, I guess, more than 6 months ago, before Aberton. Did they ever, make an allusion to like, oh, when we were little, or don't you remember that, person that told us this one thing or anything like that?
So you want to know what they can do and the information.
Yeah, Lieriel is trying to see if when this person assumes someone's identity, if they are getting any of their memories.
Okay, give me a moment. Let's see about some pieces.
We forgot to make a new code word, guys. But
Purple monkey pinecone.
There's that. There's this. There's that. Okay. The conversation says like the information you get from just probing questions and probing if this is your line of questioning.
yeah.
Is that yes, some of the old information comes out, but at the same time, Ash was like, I don't know how, but when you would ask me questions, I'd answer them, and I couldn't stop. And
So it's possible that she asked you and you answered, and that's how she was able to relay it to Flame later.
but I don't know how she could, but it was as if I was talking to myself and answering my own questions, but I couldn't lie to myself. I couldn't lie. I couldn't.
Did she ask about anything that you preferred to keep secret?
That was the first things they asked. The first things I wanted to know. Secrets about us, the circus, about me personally, about my sister.
Okay. And what sort of, and I know that, you know, by all means keep your sister's secrets, but the secrets about the circus, what sort of things did you tell?
It was things like, why were we here? Why did we leave Abberton? What did we find at Abberton? About strange things about a monastery there, which I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
About the ringmaster, about the
Myron?
professor, Myron, yes, the professor as well.
Jojyre?
Yes,
Mm,
those that took over from Myron.
mhm.
What
Jake?
our plans were. As I said, it was as if I was asking myself all these questions, and I felt forced to answer, to help.
Mhm.
It's almost as if I was filling in my own knowledge.
No, it's all right. I mean, I suppose that's the answer that I wanted, but the answer that I was also afraid of. I think it's helpful to know these things, and thank you. I know that couldn't have been easy.
If it helps, the questions weren't always spoken. They were just in my mind.
And the answers, you just thought those as well?
Honestly, it was all a blur.
Okay, that is incredibly helpful. Thank you.
But Mordain, she was a fighter. She got
I
punished.
know. Honestly, for once, I'd actually like to have her around. I wouldn't mind whatever hell she'd throw at me.
She threw hell at that thing, whoever that was.
I think that's the thing about certain kinds of people. If they're a fanatic about one thing, they'll be a fanatic about another. So if they're going to give hell to the people around them, then when someone decides to go around them, they're unlikely to make an exception. If that makes any sense. Thank you.
Oh no, I mean, she wouldn't let go of her secrets.
It's good to know that it's good to know that. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Her secrets, yours, she was.
I mean, I didn't tell Mordain all of my secrets. What did Mordain say about me, though?
Pick parts of your history and have a guess.
I mean,
again,
they
it
would
was
have
all
to
a
be
blur.
things that Mordain would
Yeah.
know, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mordain, that's good to know. Thank you.
And they go back to cleaning and sanitizing and what was desiccated of their wagon.
Interesting.
Out of game, mechanically speaking,
Yeah.
and with your knowledge of spells and with your knowledge of bits and pieces, telepathy was what I was hinting at there.
Yeah.
Forced charm or suggestion or domination magics. Is the other things I was saying. I was trying to suggest there.
But presumably, when she takes on the form of a person, she still has to get them to tell her. She doesn't just automatically assume their
Correct.
memories, which is good. Which is good. That's what I was scared of.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was checking actively.
I know. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is fun. Well,
So we are not as screwed as you thought.
you know, we aren't as screwed as I feared. By maybe like a fraction of a hair. And then Jake asked me to memorize some signatures, so I'm gonna go to my caravan and memorize some signatures.
Anything else happening before dawn?
Jake would pull Azzy aside and say, "That was a really good thing, you know. We all need to sit down and actually enjoy our lives for a little bit."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, I've been through some real tough times, and I just wanted to share the small things that helped me through that, because I think everyone could use a bit of that knowledge. It's
They
up to them
can.
if they want to keep using it, but yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. I've been meaning to do that.
Yeah, and hopefully some people will do it again. I think we should make this like a weekly thing. Just bring people out a little bit, and also it's a nice team building exercise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leafy wanted to talk to May, but May's probably asleep, so we'll wait till morning.
May would be asleep, being the youngest. In the morning, you can go and speak to May if you wish to have that scene, because there's nothing else happening. I'm not tempted of destroying the camp overnight, so we'll just move on to
Thank
morning.
goodness.
Hang on a minute.
This is the let's not destroy everyone yet.
We appreciate the mercy.
So actually, I'm wondering if I should go to May first or someone else. Leafy's actually, before she goes to May, is gonna go talk to Lieriel in the morning.
Lieriel is just in her caravan. There's no longer a door there, but there is a light curtain that you could just push aside, and you see her at her desk, and she's got several different books and journals open, and it just looks incredibly focused.
Lieriel?
Hey, what's up? Are you all right?
Yeah. It's just there's a lot going on at the moment. I know this isn't like super important, but we've been having a lot of trouble finding circus acts at the moment, and I was just wondering maybe I could do something with Blueberry and Wisteria.
I think that would be a wonderful idea.
I just don't really know how to put together a circus act, so
here. And she'll kind of the as she's sort of sitting at the desk, she's sitting like on the foot of her bed. There's not really a chair, it's just the bed, and then the desk is immediately there, and she shifts over to kind of make a bit of room and shifts some of the notebooks aside and pulls a new one down. Here, come here. So the way that I've normally started my brainstorming, at least, is I think about the things that I could do. So you could maybe start with thinking about the different things that Blueberry and Wisteria do. or are able to. And then
I was also thinking of asking May if they wanted to.
I think that would be an excellent idea. She seems quite taken with Wisteria. So then you have a few options. You could create a sort of story if you wanted. You know, maybe you're, you know, two druids who are meeting each other, and you know, you create, you know, you show off your companions and show off the tricks they can do, and you know, become friends. Some sort of interpretation like that. You know, maybe you know, Wisteria could play the big bad wolf, you know, trapping May, and you could save her. Or, you know, you could do anything like that. If you kind of wanted to pick a storyline.
Mm.
And I think, you know, any of those would be beautiful. You know, it might actually be easier if you're going that route. We could maybe get with May this evening, or at some point, and you know, go into the tent and sort of walk through how it might be. Think about the different things that could be done, and then brainstorm. I can make a list of equipment. So, you know, if you wanted to have Wisteria jump through a giant flaming sphere of fire, we could figure that out. Just outrageous example. Any kind of, you know, hoop or anything like that. You know, if you wanted them to climb up steps, I'm not necessarily familiar with the tricks that she knows, but Leafy, I think it would be wonderful if you wanted to be part of the show.
I just thought it'd help.
It would. Especially if Mordain has decided to just vanish on us. It's helpful. I mean, you know how quickly things can go awry. You know how easily, you know, Eliza's snakes could fall ill, or you know, something could happen while Flame and Ash are practicing, and they could be hurt. And someone might need to step in. The more people we have, the better. And honestly, Leafy, I mean, I think that Blueberry and Wisteria have so much potential to draw an audience. I think that, you know, sort of your bond with them is something that the people of Escadar don't really see very often. It's mostly just bureaucracy and people. And of course, we've got to show up the menagerie in all ways possible, including with our animal handling.
Okay. Yeah. Even when I was with the menagerie, I wasn't really like show performing. That makes sense.
But it doesn't mean you can't be now. I mean, that's what Broken Chain is, right? Everything that they tried to force us in, we can kind of break free from.
Mm.
You'll have to help me brainstorm for Jake. I mean, obviously we know how we got a Jojyre to crack out of his shell, but I know he can do better things. I know we can all do better things.
Yeah.
We can be more than what they made us.
Something different. No.
Are you ready to go, hopefully not toward us today?
Ready if you are.
Of course. I've always got my healing spells for you all. And one or two sentiments of retribution. She'll kind of
Okay.
stand up.
Okay, let's go.
And scene.
Oh,
I love Leafy. I love Leafy
You love
so
everybody.
much. Look.
Character
You
growth.
gotta call me out like that. What?
Yes. And we love you for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's gonna put on an act. For those like watching, I think like almost every time we've planned a show, I've asked Emi like, "Hey, would Leafy be okay with performing?" And Emi's like, "If she really, really, really has to."
Mm.
So this is delightful.
So it's little
And-
baby steps.
And on top of that, Emmy's always has work the times we've done them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We move forward, unless there's other scenes that needs to be going.
Mm.
I think we should go to the fountain.
Because everyone's just like, I don't want to go to the fountain, I don't want to go to the fountain, don't want to go to the fountain, don't want to go to the fountain.
We don't know what's there.
I know.
Look, going to just Denro in general is a very like, oh god, I have to make sure that no one stabs Azzy and Leafy kind of like.
You're a group. And
And
having,
Jake doesn't get that same thing? I'm shocked and appalled.
having Jake's now massive maul kind of sways people at least.
I'm bringing Wisteria this time because Wisteria's a bit more nimble.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Blood Wolf's scarier too.
It has a higher intimidation, I believe.
Mm.
With that blood streak of red demon energy in its fur. So we smash cut scene to early morning in the city. You've gone through like the people getting up and out for the day for their day of crime. And that's pretty much it, yeah. The drunks waking up in the gutters, getting up and going home to their wives who are probably going to kick them out anyway. Bodies left in the street with knives stuck in them to be cleaned up later in the afternoon once they're reported or cleanly, like fully robbed of everything. And you arrive at, again, the small little courtyard with an old fountain with mermaids and the guards surrounding a sinkhole. Different guards this time, but again, 4.
I will ask: Is
Different guards
Lieriel-
is good for us.
is Lieriel being obvious in her sort of like protectiveness over Leafy and Azzy?
Yes. 100%. Yeah. Like when walking into the woodworkers district, Lieriel is always careful about looking where we're going, particularly as in order to sort of get around to that, she again like takes you down Street Road and then Market Street to kind of go up again. Just because otherwise you're going to go right through the heart of Denro, and she wants to avoid that. And going to Market Street, we're kind of heading closer to the menagerie. So she's always pretty observant. But as you sort of get closer to Denro and you start seeing those shadier types, those people on the corners that are just staring you down, the individuals just screaming at air, like the very like intense parts, she gets a little bit colder, again very prominently displaying her symbol of Calistria. Her eyes are very, very hardened, and she sticks extremely close to the both of you. and would probably even motion if Leafy is staying between Wisteria and Lieriel again, would motion for Jake to be on the other side of Azzy and try and sandwich in Azzy.
And also, like from that description, also the hardens the facial features and like the attitude of I belong here. Don't mess with me either.
Yeah, this is a place where she doesn't look frightened. She doesn't look angry. She looks almost far too comfortable here.
Which is often even more scary.
Meanwhile, exact opposite. Leafy looks very, very anxious. And it's like staying very close to Lieriel.
And Mysteria's tail is down and just eyes darting.
Like
And
ears
Jake's just
flicking
walking there with
around.
the big giant wall in the background, stretching, doing the whole.
Like, I am strong.
I am a strong pup. Wolf, wolf, bark.
What about Azzy?
Azzy, he's looking a bit. He's not looking scared. He's looking a little nervous, but he's kind of looking almost strangely frustrated.
Okay, that's not what I expected.
Hmm.
We open the scene in the small courtyard again. 4 different guards. Same guards as last time that I mentioned, only a couple minutes ago, but different from the previous day. They look up. Yeah, can we help you?
We have a writ, and Lieriel will take the writ out of her bag and hold it out to them.
They have a writ. They have a writ. And when it goes over, oh.
They have a writ.
They have a writ. Like, how did you... Okay. You're the first person that we've said this to, but go down. Good luck.
We appreciate it.
We're not
And,
coming in after you if there's screams.
we wouldn't expect
I wouldn't
you
worry
to.
about that.
And we were assured that this would, provide us with an exit as well, without causing too many trouble if, you aren't particularly the ones posted, if you wouldn't mind. And she holds her hand for it back.
Gives it back.
And just tucks it in her purse.
Just checking.
Yeah.
They weren't going to.
See, yeah. Just, yeah. Sorry.
Just be careful on your way down. It's a bit... You'll see.
Thanks.
Into the depths we go.
Into the depths we go. I did name this something. Oh, that's it. Things are looking down. They're not looking up. Things are looking down. So as you...
Bye-bye, sunlight.
Bye-bye, nutrients.
Well, you've had the thing. You
Mm.
have the
Oh, yeah.
Aeon thing.
Yeah.
That
You got the Sunny D.
So Leafy does need sunlight to survive, but has a magical item to essentially magically feed.
Yeah, it's the
In long
clear
periods of dark light.
spindle, I
Yes.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as you descend through what looks to be a sinkhole in the ground, it then turns into stairs. Dusty, rubbled, but underneath that, marble stairs that descend downwards.
Is it dark?
It's dark.
Do
Something
we
you can
want
see in the
light?
dark.
Yeah. Do we want Jake, Leafy, would you prefer to have a bit of light, or are you?
I've got low light.
I've got low light, but we need more than that.
Yeah, I can give.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just light up the halo, and then I'll do that before we go down, and I just give one of the guards a wink as we go down.
They look at you sideways and then, okay.
They're in a
Not
fantasy. They're in a
expecting that.
fantasy city. If that was throws them.
You're also Denver and Woodworkers District. So that's 20
I
feet
just-
distance, 20 feet low, so it's 40 total.
Yeah.
Got that.
I
Mhm.
just as we're heading in, I just turn to the say, "Don't worry about us. Looks can be deceiving," and I'll let a spark fly from my hands before I head carry down in.
Just be careful of magic down there. You don't want the roof falling in. And there's a chuckle
Fair enough.
between them all.
Oh boy.
As you descend 100 foot underneath the city of Escadar.
The one place Lieriel's never been in Escadar.
Ooh.
Strangely.
Usually for a good reason.
Let's load a map.
Yay,
Yay.
Dungan.
Dungeon time.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a Dungan.
A Dungan.
Is a Gungan?
What's our marching order?
Well, your marching order is over to off top left.
Jake would probably be going down first
Wrong
because
animal companion.
It's wide enough to go down. Oh, wrong out. Well, we don't have
Wisteria
don't
doesn't have a token yet.
picture
So
yet, so I'm sorry.
and so you should be.
Ew. I'm not the droid that's going to be collecting multiple animal companions. I'm not updating the overlay either. It's
We're gonna
Leafy
have
and
our own
Blueberry.
menagerie. We're gonna have our own menagerie.
For Leafy's menagerie.
It's wide enough to fit several of you down the stairs.
Mhm.
Okay. So you are where you are. You can change where you need to be, but you travel down to the stairs, and you can see that it opens up into a large cavern.
Okay. Well, Jake would probably just move to the base of the stairs and just wait for everyone to catch up.
I gotta do this
I'm gonna
first.
put-
I think I see water.
So, as you descend, far beneath the restless city, lies a monument to the past. Sturdy doors of reinforced ebony guard the entrance to an impressive building constructed of gleaming white stone. The white stone pillars support the cavern's ceiling above. Broken stained glass windows along the temple walls peer like slitless eyes. The ceiling here is 20 feet.
Very pretty.
Pretty? I don't know if that's the word I would have used.
Well,
Everyone's just
doors.
paused.
Thinking.
Lieriel's just at
yeah.
the back waiting for people to do things.
Well, it's more like you gotta admit, this is very nice architecture.
Well, if the city's built on top of it, I would hope so. Oh, it's not water. It looks like
These
glass.
are doors.
It's glass. That's correct.
Oh, there's a temple.
Yeah, let's not go too far.
Yeah,
All right.
No, let's go to there. You there? That's where you went to.
Yeah, Azzy's being a bit.
Yeah, you're being
Being
inquisitive.
curious.
Yeah.
Inquisitive. Yeah.
So, you go inquisitive. I'll go
The
back to the
rest
map.
are
where we
also
are.
like, well,
So you, as he's getting looking at the stained glass windows, of which you can see you're looking to a broken one. You can see inside the temple. There looks to be a Yugoloth, like just desecrating, and it looks like it's even painting the wall of the inside of the temple with blood and bits and pieces.
I will gingerly step back.
No, you'll roll initiative.
Oh.
As that happens, can I say that I suppress my halo just because now we're in an area with a ton of light?
There's not really a ton of light, or is there light?
Isn't
there's-
there? I feel like
wait.
there is.
Let me see. I think there's slits of light coming through cracks above.
Or can oh, never mind. I can just see that because I have full dark vision.
Yes.
I was
no,
like,
that's
I
it.
can see everything. I'm assuming there's a ton of light.
That's because you've got dark vision
No.
on top of
Yeah.
them. Yes.
How are we doing for time? Do we have
Don't-
time for a combat?
Well, we don't, but we'll see how we go.
Okay.
We'll start. We'll end combat right when someone goes unconscious, so then we have to fear for our lives at the very beginning of next episode.
Good idea.
We'll end combat when you see what the combat is about. So don't forget to click on your token. There we go, now
Leafy's
they're coming
kinda-
up. Oh, that's the old
I
ones.
did click on my token. Good.
Oh, I've got to redo this because this is the old one coming up. This is the
Oh.
last.
Did it again.
Do you want me not to roll
Okay.
yet?
So-
yeah,
Okay.
'cause-
Yeah.
because I'm doing perception, not initiative. That's why.
Yeah. Could
Yeah, that's
I
working.
potentially roll stealth?
You weren't stealthing and you have a halo.
Yeah, no, that's right. The halo is yeah.
Yes.
Leafy was kind of looking around, so.
So if you need me to redo it because it wasn't coming up properly, all good. But if not,
Can
I will.
you add me because whatever you did took me off the turn order.
Yep, that was.
21.
Excuse me.
21. There we go. Sorry, for being quite late in the UK right now. So we have 30, 21, 18, 18, 18s. And then we have something else. Something different. Those watching can see. They're not watching.
Nope. Got the chat popped out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be 5 abracandaloos this time.
Are you saying unpredictable?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying we did 1 and then we had 2, but like now we're a much higher level.
Okay.
Now it'll
Well,
be 3.
Gotta
Seeing as
be able to see how far we've come.
let's do that in descending order.
I mean, the windows are broken.
The windows are broken. As you look
Abracandaloos
at the
wreck
window, you're
pretty
looking
thick.
down, and like there seems to be a chain there, a chain
Breaking.
near the bottom of the window, and it goes behind like the pillar at the front of the door, and then you see it almost blends into the whiteness of the walls, like really blending in amazingly well to the whiteness of the walls. A white creature which just looks straight at you.
At who?
At
You said
Azzy.
you. There's more. Oh, gods.
Azzy, can I have a fortitude save?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
As I'll put this
28.
Yes.
into chat.
What are you gonna put into chat? What?
What are you doing?
What?
I gotta close.
Wait,
that
do I
down.
see this creature?
You see the creature? I can give you even a picture,
Oh
a
no.
handout.
Oh no.
Oh,
Show the
no,
players.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
Hey MLP, are you excited to be petrified again?
All around me are familiar,
Familiar
faces.
faces.
Nice. Fun.
Okay,
You know, I think he looks cuddly.
so
Where-
you passed your saving
where-
throw. I will put it on the map as well for you.
Oh, good. Hello.
So it's like just around that corner, and it blends into the marble stone itself. So you pass the saving throw. Let's see if if fails, you do this. The creature, okay. If the creature, no. There's two parts to this. I need to read it properly. Okay, so if it fails and not already been slowed, becomes slowed 1. So, I think it's
But did a 28 fail?
no, you passed.
Okay.
Some of these often do it. If you pass, you still get, but it doesn't seem to have 1. Okay,
Okay,
doesn't seem to have 1. Okay.
Karsh, just really looking for a way to
No.
screw me
I'm
over.
making sure
Even-
because this is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a making sure situation rather than anything else. But that's what triggers the oh shit initiative. And that's what we're going to end with there.
Okay, good.
Is it
Nice. Fun.
so that's the thing. Let's do our outro, shall we? Let's close the day down.
Yeah.
You do see a chain around it. I will say that. That's a help.
Is
Keep
it a
metal.
help? Because it just means that there are people that chained it up. And I'm guessing those
True.
people aren't going to be friendly.
Well, you saw someone inside.
Yeah, there are Yugoloths.
We don't know that. Only Azzy knows that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm sitting pretty here at initiative 30 and like thinking nothing's wrong.
Well, no, that'll be the trigger of there's something here.
Yeah.
That's what that's about.
Oh, did it make noise or something too?
There's probably Azzy going,
No, that's as he like the reaction
Yeah,
of
looking
there's something here
terrified.
that will start the initiative.
like that, and then just sort of
Yeah.
like breaking off
Yeah. So
away from stone.
we'll do our outro, and then we'll do a raid. So that's what we're going to do. Raid, yeah, we raid people. Go,
Wow.
hi, we share the love to other peoples. That's what we do.
Oh my god.
Because that's the important thing. To share our love of role playing and games to other people. And to share our audience with them too. So stick around for the raid. Anyway, MrLiveProducer, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? And stuff.
Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I do stuff, mostly doing video production and VR gaming. You can usually catch me at MrLiveProducer on all the major socials. And I am 6 people away from getting that magical 1,000 on TikTok, so I can start live streaming on there. I also do video, 6 away from 1,000 on TikTok, which is insane. I also do video production for a lot of MMA and combat sports, and might be doing some work in more speech and drama and theatre soon. That was something that popped up on my radar on Tuesday. So yeah, I do a lot of stuff all over the place. I'm a very busy boy.
Cool.
And other stuff which I can't talk about yet, which hopefully get announced
Soon.
Eventually.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
eventually, soon TM.
speaking of announcements, before everyone leaves or everyone does everything, really important. Next Sunday, USA time, 3:30 Eastern or about 7:30 Eastern time, we are going to be doing Roll20 Con. We're part of the Roll20 Ambassador Showcase. We're bringing our our Monster of the Week. So not that. Our City of Mist show. We're doing a Halloween special, a City of Monsters, where normally our player characters are powered by myths and legends, but now we're changing that for one show only. They're going to be powered by classic monsters. Doing a custom-made one-shot Halloween special for Roll20 and Roll20 Con. Go to roll20con.net and you can get lots of free stuff at the moment. Some of my favorite games are up there right now for free. And also, you can also see the schedule of when the performers are going to be. Like us, we're right down the bottom. We're the last show I think that's going to be on.
Upcoming this Sunday, correct?
This Sunday for US.
This upcoming
Monday
Sunday.
morning,
Yep.
Monday afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
etc. for Australia. So big show. I'm not going to be in it. I'm moving to production, but it's going to be a big one. So Emi. Hi.
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi. I'm playing Leafy the Leshy Druid. And yeah, this has been it's been a slow session, I think. I don't know.
Yes, I
a
agree
lot
with
got
that.
done, but like the pacing was slow.
Oh.
but
Relaxed.
it was relaxed. Yeah. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Emi_Rabbit, where I mostly play Minecraft. I want to do some more like art streaming stuff, and I need to set up for hopefully a baking stream soon,
Ooh.
which was a follower goal.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, yeah, hang out over there. Some fun stuff. I've been sick a lot lately, so I haven't been able to stream very much, and I've got a lot going on at the moment. But hopefully, I'll be streaming more.
Okie dokie. Del?
Hello, everyone. I am Dell, and I've been playing Lieriel the Liberated, your Elven Aasimar escape artist and cleric of Calistria. And I got a lot of notes, so I'm sorry if it was slow, but I needed stuff for the murder board, for the conspiracy board, because gosh, we got to figure this out. We're gonna figure it out.
No, you're not.
Look, I'm gonna
We will
try
eventually.
really hard. I'm good. You know,
Yes,
I'm
just going to say, you're going to try really, really hard, but all those throwaway comments that you think are clues might just be throwaway comments.
well, no, there's
Which I'm now having to
nothing
work my
on-
ass off to make them into something bigger for you. Now you got to go down and get a clue board.
you know, the conspiracy board is mainly, you know, for straight up facts that we know. I feel like the throwaway comments are, yeah, so it's just I really enjoyed it. You know, it is relaxed, but it's nice to get that information, and it makes me feel slightly more secure that we won't die horrible, miserable deaths. Maybe.
You just saw what you're facing in this combat.
And this is just the start of this area.
I might have been joking when I called it cuddly, but I know several people who would in fact say that with all seriousness.
Implying I am not going to absolutely just blow the shit out of this thing as soon as it's my turn.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not holding back against that thing.
I'm gonna be honest. If any of these characters die, I probably will cry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And-
at
oh, you can't
at
find me
least
anywhere.
You can at least you can I can make them into a statue. They're not technically dead.
I'm looking better.
Lorian?
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross. I've been playing Azzy, the Kobold Sorcerer. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all your social media platforms at Lorian Ross. New song out. It's called Do Something. I released it a couple weeks ago. Music video, very experimental, minimalist music video included. It's about ADHD and the struggles that come with that, and it's on YouTube now for your viewing pleasure, listening pleasure, and also on all major streaming platforms. Other announcements: I have one of my songs. Well, I have a cover song has been approved for an album on Pixel Mixer's Indie Games cover album, which will be coming out before the end of the year. And I've submitted a cover of In the Blood, the credits theme from Hades, which I'm very, very proud of. So that will be out soon-ish, and I'm going to be filming a music video for that as well. Otherwise, I have started a weekly stream every Thursday at 2 p.m. UK time. Which is sort of like early in the morning in America and Australia, I forget.
Yeah, no idea. It'll be at some point.
Late at night?
Possibly.
Maybe?
I am streaming a music creation stream with a buddy of mine, Louis Vasquez Music, producer from the Dominican Republic, who's worked with a lot of VTubers in music for them. We're working on several projects together now, and we're streaming that every week. On top of that, I'm going to try and stream a bit more. With my birthday money, I've ordered an Elgato capture card, and I really want to stream some Splatoon. So, look out for that. Other than that, yeah, I'll be here next week.
Yo.
Thank you, Potato. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining me.
Hell yeah.
A little bit at the end, but thank you for following. I think you might be from the place we're about to raid, though. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to show you back checking. So yeah, I'm just checking. Is it? Maybe. I don't know. But when we go to another channel, we say there's a raid incoming in case they're about to leave to give that little bit of heads up. So that might be that. But either way.
Oh, I almost
You've got
forgot.
something else?
My help moment of the day, of the session.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot about
those
those.
were things. We forgot about those.
Or we never
Yes.
even used them.
I want to give Lieriel a help point for buying Azzy some nice clothes.
Ah.
That's why you're fighting over clothes.
Yes,
Lieriel, you gonna give
Karsh,
a
I did
negative
it.
to-
I did it because I specifically wanted the help point. Yes,
Exactly,
that was
that plus
my
one,
my
yep.
only. That was definitely not something like I have definitely not been thinking about what Lieriel could get everyone in the party. That's not a thing that ever happens.
She's got care packages to send out.
I do. I'm waiting on a couple things, but I do. I'll give a help point to Jake for getting those writs and having the idea to get that writ, because I mean Lieriel doubted, but he really pulled through with that.
I think we all did it.
That's
I
his
was gonna
idea. Yeah.
give a health point for the exact same reason because it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
There was
Tell
two
the
different
truth.
solutions.
It-
That was one of them.
It was the truth. I'm going to give my help point to Leafy for stepping up and being a performer in the circus.
And a diplomat.
And that character growth, which should be rewarded.
I think that is everybody.
Yeah.
So we are
Okay.
going to be raiding High Shelf Collective. I believe we've raided them recently. But not for this game. They are playing Cyberpunk Red. I've been reading a lot of Cyberpunk Red at the moment. So that's where we're going. They're playing Cyberpunk Red. Looks like they're having lots of fun. So that's what we're going to be raiding. Share the love. Our hearts are warm and fresh as our motto. So we will be back next. Well, our next game will be essentially Roll20Con. So check out roll20con.net. Get your freebies. Jump into everyone's shows. Share the love. Enjoy the immense role playing. These are the other ambassadors in the Roll20 Ambassador program. So these are the people that are at the standard that we are, or the standard that we want to be at, essentially. So they're not going to probably tell you off or anything like that. There should be nice, welcoming environments like we try to be here. I hope.
Try being the operative word.
You haven't been watching the Ascension then, or the alignment then. Wow. So we're going to be heading off. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, everybody here, of course. And have fun role playing and have a great weekend. We'll see you for Roll20Con.
Have a good bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
I've still got to do the right button. There we go.